treasure, a tale of destiny. And if it takes forever, I'll see us rich and free. And if we band together, so it shall be. Oh man, the cannons climb aboard together, weather every storm. Oh man, the cannons draw your sword, they'll remember us forevermore. To reach our destination, we conquer beast and blade. Through skill and dedication, our legend will be made. Define law and nation, define God and King. Through trial and tribulation, we smile and sing. Oh man, the cannons climb aboard together, weather every storm. Oh man, the cannons draw your sword, they'll remember us forevermore. The cannons climb aboard together, weather every storm. Oh man, the cannons draw your sword, they'll remember us forevermore. Man, the cannons climb aboard together, weather every storm. Oh man, the cannons draw your sword, they'll remember us forevermore. Man, the cannons climb aboard together, weather every storm. Oh man, the cannons draw your sword, they'll remember us forevermore. For glory and adventure, we sail the seven seas, an ancient quest for treasure, a tale of destiny. And if it takes forever, I'll see us rich and free. And if we band together, so it shall be. Oh man, the cannons climb aboard together, weather every storm. Oh man, the cannons draw your sword, they'll remember us forevermore.
Hello. My apologies for the delay. The beautiful thing about working on a schedule is you know when to expect certain things. The downside about working on the schedule is that the world knows when to target you. So, yeah. Thought I had everything straightened away, and then OBS didn't want to detect my Elgato, and then it didn't want to detect my headset, and I had to start the whole thing over. And then my freaking Wii U wasn't booting up, and now we got it, and everything's fine. All in all, it's been interesting. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna get right into it, because it has occurred to me my time limit. I have to get all this done before Dread comes out, because I want to play I want to play Dread Blind. I want to play Dread Blind for you people. So, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're just going to transition right into it. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you for covering me as well as you have. But there are... it's fun, because you've got the... So, the beautiful thing about the Prime Trilogy is you've got a whole selection of music you can play straight from the game. And... hold on. It has occurred to me that my monitoring isn't working the way it should be. Hold up. No, monitor and output, that's what I want. Let's fix that. And then there it is. And we're going to go ahead. Monitor back. There we go. There we go. Now I can actually hear it. So, you can play the music straight from here. Because the biggest downside about the Prime Trilogy is that you don't get to listen to the amazing intro, like the main menu themes. However, you can access them from here. Oh, whoops. Here we go. Metroid Prime is an interesting case in that none of the main menu themes are bad. They are all fantastic. But unfortunately, we're going to have to kick that out. It's time to play some single player. I do want to point out here, we've got the Metroid Prime 2, Echoes, had multiplayer. I'm hoping that maybe I'll be able to grab a guest star or something for that, but the problem is I need a Wii remote for that, and then you're trying to do split screen with Wii remotes, and then it's just funky. But, you know, maybe I'll show it off. Who knows? But in the meantime, you'll see over here in Metroid Prime, I got my little middle pip ticked off because I mean to beat the game on Veteran. So of course we're playing Echoes on Veteran. And look at that, we're still starting with the Varia suit. Don't know what took the gravity out of our suit. I know what took the faith. I know what took the Phaeton out of our suit. I don't know what took the gravity out of it. Mission file 02546. 8 days ago, contact with Galactic Federation Trooper Squad Bravo was lost. Contract agreement. Locate Federation troopers and render assistance. We are on the job this time. We're not just hunting. We're not just on a grudge match. Data confirmation. Last mission received from a rogue planet located in the Dasha region called Aether. Uploading last known coordinates now. Scan. Again, wife is painting, so you're going to hear some clicking and stuff in the background. Target found. Analyzing. Flight path set. That's a funky looking planet. I didn't rewatch my VOD from last time, so I need y'all to tell me if my audio balance is good, or if I am too heavy one way or another. Oh man, we just entered this planet and our ship's been struck by lightning. This weird purple. Ow! Oh jeez. Oh man. Oh gosh. Now we're having system failures. Samus goes through ships.
Like we go through furniture?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nope. Alright, hold on. Back it up. Alright. Gravitational systems are working. I do like this version of the gunship. I think it's a better design than the other one. The other one, you had to keep the thrusters on the whole time before it could land. This one has proper landing gear. And look, there she is, looking good. Now look at her weirdly rendered eyes. And here we are. Welcome to Aether, folks. And I'm going to start off by return to your ship to save your game and recharge your energy. Cool. We're going to start the game by doing what I do best. And immediately opening up the scanner. Object scan complete. Statue houses a power grid, motivator unit, and an energy projection array. All systems are offline due to age or structural damage. So this was something that you noticed very quickly, even in the original GameCube release. All of the objects you can scan are highlighted outside of your normal field of vision. And as a result, it means it's a lot harder to miss scannables. Like, what is this? Object scan complete. Statue's motivator unit is functional but requires power to operate. The power beam can't energize the statue. Seek an alternate energy source. And then when you scan something important, it actually brings up all of these other things on the sides. So you know where to find the log if you're looking for it, and also tells you how complete that section of the log is. We already have 1/3 of the vehicles available for scanning. A new research entry has been downloaded. Veteran class gunship. Vessel registered to Samus Aran. Your ship has been damaged. Auto repair function initiated. You can return to your ship to recharge energy, reload weapons, and save progress in the game. And then you can hit 2 to bring up the full log, which has a whole lot more lore in it. Unlike Prime, where I was reading every single log entry, I will not be doing that this time because they are very extensive. And I want to give you something to look forward to. Anyway, here's a good example of, lock on. We're teaching you how to lock on and aim again. It's the same as those field projectors on Frigate Orpheon. You open doors. I like how slick the doors look in this. Just the world's thinnest pizza slices. Scan this. It's a door. It doesn't even qualify. We don't have any other beams. We start with just the power beam, but we get to keep the scan visor. However, unlike Prime 1, we actually have a lot left over. We still have the boost ball, still have our morph ball bombs. We don't have power bombs, but I can't really demonstrate it, but I have the space jump. I didn't get to start with that last time. That's a funky looking door. Unable to interface with door control system, cannot translate alien text. To access door controls, you will need to update your translator files. Interesting. Door powered by knowledge. Bioscan complete. Durable plant form adapted to low light environment. It's mold. Anyway, here's a hole in the ground. Alley-oop. Welcome to the next stage of the game. Behold, it's a box. Part of a ventilation system converted to dispense pesticides. System is still active. Pesticide supply at 13% and dropping, so they're running out of anti-bug juice. Composed of nutrient-grade biomatter, protected by thick exobarrier and tensile webbing. Possible source of nourishment for local bioforms. Scan this box. Yes, sir, that is indeed a box. What about over here? Terminated bioform scan complete. Codex genome match. Splinter. Source of termination. Inhalation of industrial grade pesticide. Toxic elements still present in local atmosphere. This is a gate. Scan doors. Scan gates. They're very important. Mechanism Mark 6 gate. Armored defense system. This gate is used with armored security locks. The locks must be neutralized for the gate to operate. The gate is durable, resistant to all but the most potent explosives. Object scan complete. It's a lock. Yeah, lock armor disengaged. Destroy locks to activate the gate. Gate will remain open once activated. Hey look, target practice. Again, despite this being the trilogy version with the full-on pointer controls, it is quite effective. Like, I still like keeping the snap lock on. So if that's a little disorienting, I apologize, but it's very effective for me. Terminator bioform scan. Was hit by an unusual amount of weapon fire, more than necessary to kill it. Marines are not prone to such overkill. Another just pile of splinters. Optic scan complete. The converted cargo pod gate. Somebody left the pistons turned on. Use redstone responsibly. Moving gate to open position. And open it goes. Now you look around, there's more stuff to scan. Communication system offline, wiring damage in 3 crucial areas. Local hostiles probably the source of damage. All gates remain intact. Several gates have taken considerable damage. Repeated assaults may lead to a gate breach in chambers A and C. Ventilation system conversion complete. Dispensing of pesticide has commenced. Proving effective, though still at critical levels. And look at that. It's a map station. And we're bringing it up. And just, alright. Jab. Jab, jab. Alright. Woohoo! Map downloaded. Except this time it requires a sexy new button pressing animation and not just shoving my gun in it and downloading it via bullets. Information dispensary via bullets. Not very efficient. Oh yeah, I get to keep the charge beam. I start with the charge beam, which is nice. Casualty report: 3 troopers lost. They were unable to open gate A1 when the gas trap was engaged and could not escape to safety. Lock malfunction is to blame. Curious. Get to keep my missiles. That's pretty neat. That's pretty neat. Open that door. Well, that's not cool. Look at all this grossness going on in here. Worker Splinter. Morphology Worker Splinter. Drone of the Splinter Hive. Low threat target. Generates webbing for use in its duties. They are translucent because their exoskeletons are designed to make them less of a threat. You can pop them all if you want, but this is the real thing that's upsetting. Prime 2 tries to go a little bit more in the horror direction with some of its inspiration. Again, embracing its Aliens inspiration. But I still wouldn't classify it as a horror game. Fusion is closer to that in any regard. Indicate this trooper died of cardiac arrest. Chemical levels in body suggest a state of extreme fear at time of death. Standard human, source of fatal wounds, Galactic Federation assault weapon. Trooper was, in all likelihood, killed by friendly fire. Whether it was an accident or not remains to be seen. The deleter. Terminated bioform, scan complete. Standard human, cause of death difficult to determine. Digestive fluid present within armor. Subject is being broken down in simpler matter for consumption by local predators. Extremely high levels of an unknown toxin. It's probably that gas they were talking about. And this. Excessive blunt trauma to numerous critical points. Bioscan results. There were at least 30 individuals, attackers, involved in this trooper's demise. So Worker Splinters alone, not that threatening. Yes, I know I sometimes need to look around. Right. Door opens. Anything red is a guaranteed logbook entry, but not everything that you need to scan is necessarily red. But new lore: Galactic Federation Marine Corps personal log entry, GSGT, C. Bennett, data transferred. I will try to read these. There's something wrong with the lock systems in this section. They have failed twice, locking us out until someone came along to... Until someone came along to let us in. If it happens again while we're playing bait for those things, well, at least we'll go out fighting instead of hiding in the control area. Security panel offline, unable to access controls. Use morph ball to get through small areas. Yeah, I know. Galactic Federation Marine Corps, Special B, SPCB Reeves. I don't know military rank, especially in a fictional space land. I don't... The hell, Loki? Not like this plan. This hive is a small portion of a larger network. There may be dozens of hive systems like this across the planet, and they may all be linked. Destroying this one may buy us time, but it may also provoke the other hives into attacking. So we are learning very quickly why they always call in the Galactic Federation for anything that requires even like the slightest bit of effort. That, like, we don't know where they landed in comparison to where we landed, but we're not very far into this planet, and they're all dead. Zero life signs, armor computer heavily damaged, unable to recover log entries. That one's the same way. Bioscan complete. Unknown bioform. Zero life signs. Scans indicate target was recently terminated. 242 wounds from trooper high energy weapons detected. I wonder if something like this exists in the world. I wonder if it takes exactly 242 power beam shots to kill it. Enemy movement analysis complete. Yep, murked. Hey, you're here early, Raylar. It's good to see you. Enemy movement analysis complete. Attempts to block enemy access have been in vain. Enemy units have bypassed our gates and shield by burrowing through the earth nearby. I'm glad you're here too. I'm glad that you are here. You get to see this from the very beginning and get to see how fucking whack it gets right away. Heavy. Ooh, that's good. I'm glad that you're able to relax. Security breach, multiple areas, all units to full alert. Command and control center compromised. Repel invading hostiles at all costs. All units cleared to engage. I would like some missiles, thank you. Oh, I should remember to scan things, because I don't remember if power-ups count towards your logbook in this game. I know things can be destroyed, but I want a boost ball. I want a boost. Well, that's unfortunate. Yep, and nothing new on any of you guys. What are you? Terminated bioform. Splinters. Targets were terminated by a variety of trooper weapons. Unknown biochemical residue present on several exoskeletons. Further research recommended. Bonk! Yeah, no, boost ball. You get to start the game with the boost ball, and I want to be able to use the boost ball. Install one of the ship's reserve power cells here. It's holding so far, but too much activity can knock it offline. I hope we don't come to that. More splinters. Source of termination, blunt trauma to critical areas. Evidence suggests these bioforms were eliminated in close combat by unarmed troopers. They fist fought all these bugs. They fist fought all of these. Ah, here we go. Yep, there we go. Bomb slide. I wonder how we do with these. Also, just like Prime 1 in the trilogy as well, you can spring ball by flicking the Wii remote. Very handy. Look forward to having it on a button on the Switch version. You know, because you're going to make a Switch version, right, Nintendo? Ah. Uh-oh. Alright. Gonna go ahead and pause for a second. I want you guys to hear this music. This song is so good, and they don't use it nearly enough, but it is so good. These are the first enemies aside from those worker splinters, which were completely harmless. They were just bullet fodder. But yeah, Dark Troopers. They are just they're just zombies with guns, which alone is a terrifying concept. These guys are pushovers, though. One good charge shot or a missile will take them out real quick. Weak on their own, but in large numbers, rather dangerous. Yeah. Scan the door lock. Does the door lock count? Door lock does not count. Well, scan that. Gate control system restored. It's gonna open up this door. Yeah, unlike Star Wars. Yeah. Hello there. Yeah, no. Star Wars Dark Troopers are horrifying. Yeah, don't fuck with those. Can't wait to see those in more canon. They were really cool in Mando. Not to talk too much about that because I know at least one of my regulars isn't caught up. But Dark Troopers are awesome. Boxes, you know what to do with boxes. You played a video game, you break the boxes. It does not appear that item pickups count as log entries in this game, which is smart. Yeah, okay. I actually don't know that much about the Legends variant. I know the version that they used in recent content, but I don't know that much about the Legends versions. Because the ones I was familiar with were like the Purge Troopers in like Force Unleashed, which were also not to be tampered with. But I don't know much about the Legends variant. Oh, they were oh, that's nasty. Ooh, I don't like those. Alright. Anyway, I wanted to finish that line of conversation before we entered this room. Oh, shit. Ah, got my phone. Hey, who is that? Is that the person from Smash?
Hey, you have that amiibo.
I do have that amiibo. What is going on? That's so weird. It's a corpse. 0 life signs, cause of death, cardiac arrest due to electrocution. Subject was ensnared in a network of live wires leading from an active power core. Yeah, no, those sound absolutely terrifying. Anomaly seems to be in a dimensional rift. Target destination unknown. Bioscan complete. Unknown bioform. 0 life signs. Evidence suggests target was caught in this power cell explosion. Cellular breakdown from radiation exposure. Present in 72% of target's biomass. So, interesting room. But let's talk about the elephant in it. We're going into the portal. Get atomized to a cellular level and go swoosh. And get thrown out of the portal. Sam has dealt with a lot of shit, but nothing like that. Dimensional travel's new for her. Whoa. Oh, look at all that phazon. How did all that get here? Oh. You're a little trigger happy. Hello there. But I'm trigger happy too, so... Uh-oh. Well, I don't know what that was. You seem pretty chill about that. Oh, off you go. Oh, oh no. Uh-oh. Hey, listen, strange alien life. I'm sure we can get along. Oh, crap. Oh, God, I'm flashing red. I'm taking damage. What is going on? What is happening? No, what are you... No! How did we end up back over here? That was weird. Why does Samus look so confused? Sus amount of purple. Simple. Samus is consumed. Chozo Battlesuit version SA1 numbers. Alert. Gear stolen by unknown creatures. Space jump thrusters. Offline. Grapple beam launcher. Offline. Morph ball boost. Offline. Power bomb generator. Offline. I had power bombs? Missile launcher. Offline. Power ball bomb module. Offline. All remaining systems online and active. So that's how they Metroid you this time. Shit steals your gear. Those creatures will learn more about it later. Plot explanation why I gotta get good again, yeah. Interesting thing, and I'm not gonna blame Samus too much for this one, because we'll learn more about it later. The atmosphere of where we were was literally melting her. Even through that suit. The suit was not built to accommodate that. And like it was melting her. She was not prepared for that amount, for what was happening there. Oh, here I am immediately trying to fire missiles. Good news! I still have the charge beam. Yeah, as a result, if I am correct, the charge beam is not nearly as powerful as it used to be. However, this game, because of certain things that will take place later, the power beam is actually good for most of the game here, rather than just being the tool you use to shoot super missiles. Ah, yes, teach me now how to strafe. Yeah, but imagine having a suit that radiates like your food levels, your waste levels, all of that, and you know, your hydration, and keeps you cool, and then suddenly your flesh is melting. It comes out of nowhere. You're not sure like what the hell is even going on, and then you get jumped by the natives and they steal your shit. Getting Metroided here is well, at least it makes sense. Alright, new room. This is a familiar device. Save station. Animation's different, though. Kind of like this one. Yeah, if there was anything that kind of annoyed me about Metroid Prime 1, it's that a lot of Samus's animations seemed very stock and stiff. Here, she's a little bit better animated. Reacts to things differently. Again, that little gun show we had a little while ago was a good example. No. Prime 2 is already, like, it already had my attention. The Dark Troopers, the music, the introduction of our doppelganger there. More funding, more polygons! Yep. Still on the GameCube, though because this, if I don't quote me on this, but I believe this game launched 2004, 2005? So close to the end of the GameCube's life cycle. So certain doors in the GameCube version take an eternity to load because some of the rooms on the other side of them are huge. But overall, bigger budget. Nintendo realized Retro can actually make good shit and decided to actually give them a budget. And a proper, like, time frame and not do dumb shit. Yeah, I know, these are great. No, yeah, 2004. Okay. So I guess the GameCube still had a couple years left, but Retro knew how to get the most out of the system here. That's why I'm kind of baffled that they didn't get Donkey Kong until the Wii. I want a port of the original Returns to Switch, please. I want to be able to play that without Waggle Tech. Lift it up. Lift up the winch. Loki, you're being loud. What's going on? God, yeah, okay. Some of my favorite games came out in the PS3 era, but... Buddy!
Stop
Okay.
eating the kid's shoe.
Oh, he was sitting. I thought he was spraying. No. Yeah, no, some of my favorite games come from the PS3, Xbox 360 era, but that was definitely the age of everything is gray. That's why I... like, some of the PS3 Ratchet & Clank games, even if, like, their quality is questionable, at least shit looked cool. Alright. Splinters. Predatory insectoid hunter splinters are aggressive and dangerous in numbers. Their light armor is no match for your weapons, however. It's saying this after I had my shit taken. So the power beam, just a couple shots. I keep trying to double jump. Yeah, really. Really, color contrast. Like, even Dark Souls. Oh man, Dark Souls, oh, it's dark. Like, oh man, Dark Souls is dark, guys, so we're gonna use a bunch of, like, muddied browns and stuff, but, like, even some of their castles are like, yeah, this whole area is gold, by the way, just so you know. The Darkroot Basin is real pretty. Yeah, anyway, Green Kraly, omnivorous hunter-gatherer, it's here to be shot. It doesn't even attack you, it's just there to give you parts. Yeah. But they realize that stripping the charge beam of you very early on is a great way to you know, promote dodging and everything like that. But when it's also your predominant method of grabbing chargers, or not chargers, but pickups that are out of range, taking that away is kind of silly. Bridge lock armor disengaged, yada yada. More target practice. Up. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Sir. Coming through. Get to walking. Oh. Check every single one of these folks as you go by. Because every one of them like most of the ones that aren't just we are generic trooper have unique entries, and I will read all of the galactic trooper entries because it's a lot of really fun like galaxy building, but most of the expanded lore I won't be reading. I think Haley's losing it. He talks to himself all the time and he won't sleep. He almost shot me on watch the other night. I think he thought I was one of those things. I talked to the doc about taking him off the line, and he told me we need all the help we can get. That's true, but if he goes berserk and kills a bunch of us, that won't be very helpful. I wonder if Haley is the one responsible for all those friendly fire shots that one of those troopers in the other room died to. Frickin' Haley. Told him to calm down. Did he ever calm down? No. Alright, that's just there. It's not even a like destructible object. Out of the way, Krayley. Open up. Another one of those things, whatever that is. Welcome to our Talon Overworld equivalent. Instant atmosphere, man. I love this place. I know we were just talking about like, oh, look at all these like versions of gray and stuff, but a lot of this is brown, and I regret to inform you that the next area is also a lot of brown, but at least like there's other colors here to make stuff pop. Hey, look at this red door. There's a blast shield on the door blocking access. Analysis indicates that the blast shield is invulnerable to most weapons. A missile blast may damage it. Yeah, shape definition. Some more of these suckers. Get out of here. Is that a war wasp? Oh no, one of them came up behind me. Get out of here. Okay. Well, that crate's all the way up there. That would make a great platform. Let's go ahead and let's drop that. Ah. Flimsy-ass Galactic Federation tech. I swear to God. And thank God my shit's Chozo made. Galactic. It's a miracle the troops here lasted as long as they did. Open that up. Get through here. Scan the gate. Good suit, yeah. Yeah, no, yeah. Shape definition's important, especially like if you're having a limited color palette is fine. Just make sure shit looks like stand out. Yeah, Mark 7 defense gates, composed of denzium. Oh, good. Learning new names and what's weak to what. New York. I am cleared to proceed. Some gates will open and some will remain closed. Yep. Open one side of the door to the parent enclosure, and then make sure it's closed before you open the second door. People at zoos forget that all the time. All right, that door's there. All right, what are you? Morphology destroyed splinter cocoon. All right, heavily damaged. All right, cool. Yep. Don't open both doors, or you're gonna have a problem. Get out of here. Excuse me. Oh, here we are. PFC El Bruta. Let's open this up. We'll be making our stand here. The engineer tells me there's no way we'll get the ship's engines online, and atmospheric interference is scrambling our distress beacon. If anyone reads this, know that we did our duty and fought well. Don't worry, Bennett. Keep you in mind. Alright. Transmission failed due to atmospheric interference. God damn it, if only there was some sort of warning about that. Nope, nothing new here scan-wise. Hiya! Quick and easy. Nothing to worry about here. Hello, turret. Growler class turret. Automated defense system, lightly armored gun, fast targets can evade its tracking system. I'm not going to get involved yet. I'm going to let that gun do its job. Excuse me, sir. Stop shooting me. Mark 6-7 defense gate, durable Federation barrier. Interface module required. Right this way. Power restored to gate unit. Control circuit malfunction. Gate may operate in an erratic fashion. Got most of Force 2 scanned already. Galactic Federation Marine Corps, SPC, M. Engseth. Let's read your... This is ridiculous. I cannot shoot half the men here and I'm stuck on monitor duty. I didn't join up to stare at a holoscreen. This wouldn't happen to Samus Aran. She'd be out there taking care of business, not pushing buttons or sending reports. Oh. Poor Engseth. Got relegated to scan duty. And got ganked when nobody was looking. Excuse me, Mr. Gate, don't crush me. Open. Oh, that's a thing. Can I scan the thing? Nope, we're gonna come out here, we're gonna trigger a cutscene. Boy, I really hope Raylar makes it back. Plug my gun into the universal data port. And let's get playback. Alright, date cycle 070412. All on patrol in the Dasha system engaged in an unknown space pirate frigate. The enemy frigate was crippled and it crashed on the planet Aether. We followed the pirates, but our ship was damaged by a storm as we entered Aether's atmosphere. That happened to me too! Welcome back, Raylar. You're just in time for lore! Heavy magnetic activity during the storm disabled our comm systems. Upon landing, we split into 2 units, one to set up an ops base, the other one to repair the ship. Each unit was doing fine, no problems. Until they appeared. Oh man, a whole bunch of bugs. Whole army of them. Look at all these bugs. Those don't look like the ones we fought. I'm getting the Starship Troopers level of awful. And there's some storytelling for Samus. Without a fucking word. See, you can tell this is early in her career because she has a lot of respect for these folks. I mean, I say early, but, you know, she's been doing this for a few years. New lore entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Galactic Federation Marine Corps, Captain Exeter. I'm beginning to think it was a real bad idea going down there. Reeves is right. That hive is just one of many. It's stupid to store a hornet's nest, especially if you plan on sleeping under it. Object analysis complete. Galactic Federation data terminal is inactive. Memory core damaged. Unable to restore access. Seek individual log entries in Troopers' armor suit systems. There's your hint to scan them if you haven't done so already. If you haven't been doing so already. Alright, Lance Corporal J. Brody. Let's open that up. Man, I hope that this is... I hope that is the only breeding ground for these things. If there's more, we're in big trouble. We had a hard enough time taking that one out of commission. I almost ran out of ammo. I never run out of ammo. Object analysis complete. This is a Galactic Federation ordnance crate. Tactical data suggests the presence of a personal weapon system within this crate. Use of heavy force required to eliminate the crate. Famous last words. Alright, well. Behold. Our missile launcher. Na 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 na. Just grab Galactic Federation tech and plug it right into our suit. Oh. Uh-oh. Dark Splinter. Darkling possessed insectoid predator. The alien symbiote within the Splinter augments its strength and durability. Threat level raised. They all have mini venoms in them. And they know how to dodge missiles. I'd like to point out that the non-modified versions of these things take like 3 shots. I mean, it is. But, I mean, at least it'll modify with the rest of the Chozo suit, and it'll be good by proxy, I suppose. That didn't suit me that early. Yeah, no. So these guys take a lot more punishment to kill. As you saw, like, one of them took a missile to the face and just kind of shrugged it off. So they can take some serious punishment. Galactic Federation Marine Corps, PFC Haley. Alright, I hear them everywhere. They're coming. Can't sleep. Ever. They'll eat me. Eat. So here's Haley. Here's the one that went ballistic. PFC Milligan. Brutal lost the bet, so he switched watch duty with me. I figure this section is nice and safe and boring, which suits me just fine. Let those other pugs guard the hot zone. Hold on. Hey! Halt! No! Transmission ends. New lore entry has been downloaded to your logbook. SPC, triplet. I wonder if they're a triplet. The Sarge says those splinters remind him of some killer bug he saw on another planet once. Ha! All I know is the things are fast and take a lot to drop. Pretty soon we'll have to go to bayonets. Everyone's low on ammo. Even Brody. And he's the stingiest grunt I know. Oop. Here's the second of 3 vehicles. The GFS Tier. My lizard is a spaceship. New research entry has been downloaded. GFS Tier Anur class patrol ship. Used to transport Galactic Federation Marines. Vessel has sustained heavy combat damage. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say it early. So that Space Pirate vessel, it was heavily implied that that was the vessel that recovered Ridley from Talon 4. However, there is a, I believe there is a song in the game for it, but there was a Ridley fight intended, but it was ultimately cut. It was ultimately cut. So there is no Ridley fight in this game. It's a shame because the song's a banger and it's really interesting, but that's fine. One of my favorite fights with him is in the future though. So Meta Ridley is probably like my 3rd favorite fight with him. So we're at least fine. Also, spoilers, Ridley's around a lot. Doors to open position. And here you can scan the seats of every member of this group and their role. There's Smythe, the squad leader. Grip, who's the tech. Dominguez, who is the medic. And Haley, who is just a trooper. This also tells you exactly how many entries there are. Let's see. Milligan, a trooper. Dennis, trooper. McCullough, trooper. What are you doing over there? Ah. Bruta, Baroni, and Craney, all troopers. This is just a little detail that I like. They didn't have to do this, but they did. Oh no, we're gonna have to see. Angseth, Brody, Wills, Huxley, medical officer, Mons, Reeves, and Triplet, trooper, science, and gunner. Of course, Triplet was a gunner. Bennett, first trooper. Senge, engineer. Vonda, trooper. And then, if you go back this way, there are 2 more chairs. Captain Exeter, commanding officer. We found him. And Commander Starling, pilot. So that is 6, 12, 18, 20, 22. There are 22 troopers on this ship. Now, some of them might not even have entries, because we did find a lot of corpses that didn't have entries. So we'll have to see. We have downloaded the map for this area. I like that you get the map from their computer. So they've clearly done some pretty serious scanning. Anyway, this is a good chance to show the temple grounds are pretty big. And we've been to a lot of it already, but there's a lot that we still just don't know. And that door over there leads to the best area in the game. Well, okay, my favorite area, not necessarily the best. Did I scan all you poor, unfortunate souls? I think I did. So, loop our way around. Actually. Yeah, no, yeah, it's massive, and the zones only get bigger. Just, like, don't want to get your hopes up, but, oh boy, these environments are some of my favorites. All the projectors are offline, combat damage appears final, repairs are unlikely. Hey, look at this! Kinetic Orb Cannon. Fire small spherical objects at high speeds. Scan interface panel to bring the cannon online, then enter the hologram to fire. Hey look, a scanner. Power restored to Kinetic Orb Cannon. This was something I saw in the... So, my copy of Prime that I played included a demo disc for Prime 2. It included a later area, and I got to mess around with it before I got my hands on Prime 2, and I saw these! And I got giddy at the amount of nonsense they're able to do with these. And, oh boy, they do some fun stuff. Prime 2 has a lot of fun random tech and random cool stuff scattered throughout it, and it makes me really happy. As before, blast shields are destroyed by missiles. Speedball! In a way, it's actually a unique state called Cannonball. Oh look, we found Dennis. Force 2 has been accounted for. Alright. I'm the only one left. Managed to get out of the hive, but when I got to the ship, everyone was gone. Dead. I'm heading for that alien building we saw earlier. Maybe someone can help me there. Wait, something's moving down there. Hello? Yeah, it actually puts you in a state called Cannonball, which is, it makes you completely invulnerable, and you deal instant death. You deal, like, okay, for frames of reference, like, the health in this game is determined in values of, like, the power beam does, like 4 damage or 3 damage per shot. And most normal enemies will have, like, 30 health. Most bosses will have something like 2,000 health or something. And, just to finish the train of thought real quick. The damage numbers in this game are calculated relatively low. Bosses have like 2,000 to 3,000 or whatever. The cannonball does like puts you in a state that does something like 10,000 damage to anything that makes contact. It's nuts. And to answer your question, Led, I watch a lot of videos. Like Did You Know Gaming, Wahapa. They are all great sources of information, but also the speedrunning community has a lot of fun tips about this, which leads me to my next point about Cannonball. First of all, hi, War Wasps. But no, like, trust me, I wish I could do, like, quality assurance or just be involved in the development of a Metroid game to any sort of degree. I'm just a fan who came in late and loves just learning fun little tidbits. The speedrunning community just knows so much. A lot of my stuff, a lot of the information that I will provide, I can't say it's 100% accurate, mostly because my brain isn't 100% accurate, but it's stuff that I hear from the speedrunning community and other groups all over the place. That I've just kind of accumulated into one place. I remember a lot of video game knowledge in place of real-world knowledge. War Wasps are back. They're just as awful. Missiles still destroy their hives. Take them out. This is the whole tidbit about Cannonball. Speedrunners have learned tricks on how to set up to shoot yourself through the targets for cannonballs, so that you can just retain your cannonball state, because your cannonball state is removed when you hit the target that you're aiming for. Here, I think a normal... Yeah, there we go. That's how you do it. So your cannonball state is removed when you hit the targets. So if you don't hit the target, you have permanent cannonball. And it makes things... It's really funny to watch them go running up to a mini boss and then just destroy it by high-fiving it in the face. Anywho, so Kinetic Orb, Morph Ball tracks, real fun stuff. The mobility in this game is great, and the amount of options you have for getting around is just fun. Do any of you want to give me missiles? I'd be very grateful. Now, what the heck are you? A slap fight to the death, except you walk up to slap fight Samus, and she just rolls up her gun arm, and her bicep is the size of your torso. She just slaps you to another dimension. There's amounts of unknown chemical present in target. It has an effect similar to mummification on dead biomatter. Further analysis required to determine chemicals' effect on living biomatter. Oh yes, jars. Storage device. Huh. I could have sworn some of these boxes counted for like logbook entries. I wonder if they fixed that. Anyway, that's a funky creature. We've never seen anything like that before. Open that up. Take the elevator. And up we go. Take a moment. Remember to hydrate, folks. Yep, all the water. What do we got here? Dead for 8.1 cycles. Target size and muscle mass suggest heavy combat training. It's likely that it was a warrior of some kind. The lack of gear, armor, or weapons is curious. Perhaps they were taken by others of its kind. Like, what country was it that, like, in the good old-fashioned sword and board era, I forget which country had, like, the policy of, like, if one of your brothers dies and their sword better serves you, they take their sword with their blessing. Something like that. I swear it sounds Scottish. It probably is Scottish. Despite the presence of local animals, target corpse has not been disturbed. It also sounds like a Viking thing. I don't know. What is that? That's you know what? That would make sense. It would be Russian. That actually makes a lot of sense. Despite the presence of local animals, target corpse has not been disturbed. Scans suggest the presence of a toxic biochemical within the target. So, no, something says, no, don't bite this. It's bad. Tastes bad. No touch. Oh, these fuckers. Scan these as many times as you can. If you don't finish a scan on a target, its progress bar will continue the next time you find one of those targets. Yeah, you know what? That makes a lot of sense. Major supply and demand problem there. Mechanical analysis complete. Device is part of a compromised security system. Only basic door function. Wow, cables. Cables are scannable. Go into hole. What are you made of? Analysis complete. Telluric alloy. That's unhelpful. Also, telluric alloy. It's from Talon 4. Or one of the 4 Talons. Juice up, heal up, get ready to move forward. Boy, this is an interesting room. Very wide open. Purely decorative, I'm sure. Definitely nothing to worry about here. Oh. Here's that weird corruption goop. Yeah, no carbonite stuff in that room. No, sir. And now it's time for a showdown with some dark splinters. They're the worst kind of splinters. They're the ones that get stuck under your skin and the tweezers just can't reach. When the targets cluster up, it's a great opportunity for a missile. Use them sparingly. You only have 5 at the beginning. The missile launcher itself only provides a small benefit. Also, if you're wondering why I didn't go back to that other blast shield, it's simply because I can't. One of those gates got locked behind me, so I couldn't just break through it. And this is when we learn that Metroid Prime 2 has a real thing for proper mini-boss fights. Alpha Splinter, alpha male of a war pack. We all know what alphas do. It's big, it's mighty, and it only has a melee attack, but it jumps around. It likes to reset to the middle. When it gets ready to move, just jump, and you'll pretty much avoid it. Ow. Or it'll actually lead its jump. I got hit by that twice. Oh, and here's that weird purple stuff again. Oh, and now it's being all corrupted. Dark Alpha Splinter. Alpha male of a Darkling Warpack. Gigantic predator with symbiote enhanced strength, speed, and armor. This game absolutely reinforces scanning bosses multiple times because something has changed. This one also does not reset to middle like its previous form. Sometimes it does, but it's very rare. Proper health bars. I'm out of missiles, so now it's time to just go with the old reliable charge beam. It'll spit at you, and then it'll go ahead and go for a charge. The best thing to do here is to trick it into going one way and then moving the other way. So Nintendo noticed that there was a lot of reviews talking about how Prime 1 wasn't that difficult. What do you think they did to Prime 2? They juiced it. Prime 2, while still not unreasonably difficult, is much harder than Prime 1. Because there are less save stations, less energy tanks scattered from room to room. It's a lot more... It definitely embraces the Metroid vibe a lot more of you're surviving. Yeah, you're a lone survivor on this planet, and you're trying to make do. And it really enforces that survival aspect. Anyway, unknown technology. Who knows what this does? We're going to pick it up. Nyom, nyom. And now we have a voice in our head telling us to listen. It's terrible. System alert. Unknown item acquired. Hey, look! Threat scan complete. No negative impact on suit performance. Alright, so we're just going to pretend that that's fine. Look, they were, what's the word? Foreshadowing Zero Mission with the unknown items. Scan this up. Yep, power relay is connected. Elevator unit online. And you step on it, and up you go. Ugh. Gotta get comfy. Here we are. Oh, that's an interesting thing up there. That's also an interesting thing. Energy controller. This is a regional energy controller. Unit regulates planetary energy in the sector and is linked to a global energy network. Huh, interesting. And with the awareness of a fox, or a bird, she detects a living being. Behold, an NPC. Do not be afraid. I am Umos, sentinel of the Luminoth. Please listen and hear of our world's peril. Long ago, a cosmic object fell to our planet, Aether, exploding with great force. A rift was torn in time and space, and a strange power flowed over the world. Where once there was one Aether, there were now two, one of light and one of shadow, each existing in its own dimension. It was the end of peace on Aether, for a new race was born that day on the Dark World, the Fire Nation. One filled with hate and terrible power. They are the Ing. The Ing are creatures of shadow and darkness, knowing nothing of peace or mercy. They also really like mugging bounty hunters and stealing their shit. For decades we stood against them, yet we now lie on the verge of defeat. When Dark Aether was born, our planetary energy was divided, half for our world and half for theirs. Should one world gain control of this energy, the other will perish. I'd like to point out that just now Samus is lowering her gun. She has just now realized and has confirmed that Umos is not a threat. Before you arrived, the Ing had stolen a device from us, one that collects planetary energy. With it, they have weakened our planet to the verge of collapse. But fortune smiled upon us this day, for the energy transfer module is now bonded to you. With it, you can help us restore our world. Your only hope, Samus. How the fuck do you know my name? See, I would pick the gun back up at this point. Should we fall, the Ing will look to the stars for new planets to ravage and conquer. Your species could be their next victims. The Ing have taken our energy to 3 temples on Dark Aether. Find these temples and transfer the energy from them to our own. I have updated your map system with the location of another temple. There is knowledge there that can help you on your way. I've also updated your translator module. You can now access devices and doors coded with violet holograms. Many lands are now open to you. Prepare well for your journey. The Ing now know you possess the energy transfer module. They will try to recover it at all costs. Return to me once you have restored the energy to a temple. I will aid you as I can. May the light of Aether shine upon you. I would argue that blessing me with your deity that I do not believe in would be counterproductive, except I literally got attacked by a piece of that deity and it bonded itself to my body, so I guess that kind of makes it real. Why did my scanner default on your crotch? Umos, a new research entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Morphology, Luminoth, indigenous sentient species of planet Aether. To answer your question, Led, it's more of a... In that case, the difficulty doesn't come from, oh, the fights are challenging or enemies do more damage. It comes from more of a... that particular system comes into play like at the very end of the game, and is a direct method of trying to correct something else that people heavily criticized about Prime 1. Because if you've played Prime 1, and I've played it here on Twitch now, you'll know that the one thing most people complain about in Prime 1 are the fucking Chozo artifacts. And the last minute collectible hunt that goes out at the end of the game. I would imagine, and I have no official confirmation for this, but I'm willing to believe that the teleportation system you talk about was added because of the late game pickup hunt, the special the scavenger hunt at the end of the game. And I will argue that the scavenger hunt at the end of this game is much worse than the Chozo artifacts, but is made less painful because of that teleportation system. New creature, light flyer. That is definitely what that looks like. Light generating flyer. Wow. Yeah, it shoots energy. Shoot it with a charge shot. Problem solved. I don't have bombs, so I can't hop around inside of this. Yeah, there's a difference between, like, real difficulty and artificial difficulty. Artificial difficulty is something along the lines of, we're going to deliberately limit your moveset so you cannot possibly win this thing, or, you know, unwinnable battles in certain fights. I would label those artificial difficulty, unless it's something like a story-based encounter or whatever, but artificial difficulty is enemies now hit absurdly hard for absolutely no reason. In this case, yes, the enemies do hit harder, but also it's not unreasonable. If something were to hit me and take off 49 energy at this point in the game, I would call that unfair. But thankfully they don't do that. The hardest stuff can hit now is like maybe 20 energy, and those are the big guys. Like, I think the boss was hitting me for like 15. And making it take longer to get from point to point isn't difficulty, it's padding. It's why you need to have, it's why the more methods you have for getting around, the better. I will never knock a game that gives more teleportation options or fast travel options, unless it's something that the game explicitly tries to limit. For example, unrelated, but Horizon Zero Dawn does fast travel in a way that I very much like, in that it's not free, but it's also not insanely hard to make either. You just have to scavenge for the supplies. Yeah, that's what hyper mode difficulty is for. And I'm not good enough for that. Anywho, behold, energy tank. First one of the game. And it will be, I think we get maybe 2 more before the end of the first zone. Like, the first proper zone, the zone we're going to. Yeah, no, I'm all for additional methods of travel. I know people are like, oh, I don't like teleportation in Metroid. Well, I do. It helps a lot. And Prime 3's fast travel system is fantastic, but that game was also designed to be more accessible and whatnot. Good comparison for me, I feel, is Samus Returns. Those zones are huge. Absolutely gigantic. And the introduction of the fast travel system in that game was absolutely 100% needed. I will never knock that game for deciding that a fast travel system was a good idea. I will never knock them for that, because that was very important in that game. And I'm all for fast travel systems in the future. I'm worried about potentially having to cut one of my games from my marathon because it's not super necessary, but it does a very creative fast travel system. A new lore entry has been downloaded to your logbook. Luminoth data pack translated. Let's go ahead and look at this. Final entry, Warrior Jafe May. Uh-oh. Their army swells, beasts and rogue machines join the ranks of the Horde, all eager to bring death to the Luminoth. The Ing sent these new additions to the industrial site to do battle with me, while they watched from safety. Cowardly mongrels, my only regret in death is that I did not live to see the day of their defeat. May it come soon. I will read the Luminoth entries as well, in addition to the GF troops, if I find the ones that I'm missing. I'm sure I will. They're all over the place. I think there's one back in the... I'll have to go back to the crash site at some point, but there was an entry there that I definitely missed, and I'm actually kind of bummed about it because it's a very fun one. But we'll get there when we get there. Yeah, I want there to be more fast travel systems in Metroid games, please. Nobody ever said Symphony of the Night was bad because it had the ability to warp around. Hey, look, our first missile expansion. Probably should have scanned it. Nah, it's fine. This thing? Yeah, there you go. Access to Aegon Wastes. Look at that out there. These right here. These are the equivalent of like Chozo lore and stuff like that. If you want to go through and read all that, it's a fun read, but there is a lot of lore. Also, interesting thing about the missile count in this game. The missile count in Prime 1 was 250. That was the maximum amount of missiles you could acquire in that game. This game has 255. Because there's another power-up besides the missile launcher that adds 5 missiles to your selection. And it's so weird, and it's so obnoxious, and it irritates me greatly. Anywho, Aegon Bearer Pod. These are just the crates for this region. I think now I'm able to start scanning all these other crates, and they all count as log entries now. Another desert area, and new enemies. Lumite. Photosynthetic flying insectoid. Relatively harmless in shadows, powerful and invisible in the light. Kill them in the darkness. Bioscan complete. Target has been dead for 1.1 decacycles. Body has been destroyed by sandstorms and heat exposure. Judgment of the number of blast wounds. The target was dead long before the desert got to it. Also grass. You want me to... Good news, guys. I've scanned grass. Sandgrass. It's that shit that gets stuck in your shoes and you hate it. Alright, welcome to our first area. And if I were to compare this to Zelda, our first dungeon. Welcome to the Aegon Wastes. So, Aether has 4 regions. The Temple Grounds, Aegon Wastes, and 2 others. That is slightly less, I believe, than what Prime 1 had. However, there's a twist. And we'll talk about it when we get there. Sand Digger. Desert-based tunneling bioform. Extremely well armored. Target exposed eyes to damage this creature. This thing makes me so upset when I kill it, because it is so loud. It crumples up, and then it explodes. See, that's not nearly as loud as I remember it, because I've been playing it on other hardware. And it hates it when those guys explode. Ah, perfect. More of those stupid things that I've told you to scan before. Sandbats! They're just obnoxious. Scan them every opportunity you get, because you will never get a chance to do it in one go. Save. Moving on. So, I have a pretty good amount of viewers here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pose a question. I have a lot to get through before October, and I don't think I'm going to get there. So, my question is, I'm probably going to skip one of the 2 versions of Metroid 2. I wanted to do both of them, but I'm probably going to skip one and then come back to it when we're done. But what I want to ask is if I were to extend my stream periods by an extra hour all the way to 12 a.m. Pacific time, so just 1 extra hour, would you guys actually stick around and want to watch that? Because that gives me 2 extra hours a week. Can't get through there. I have to do some other funky stuff with that. That would give me 2 extra hours a week to actually try and get through these. I'm tempted to add another day, but right now my schedule simply just won't allow for that. In the future, maybe, but right now I can't. So, I'm open for opinions here. Because I want to clear... Ew. Yeah, no. like if there are no strings attached, like yeah, and it would add an extra. Yeah, VODs are a thing, and it would make it available so people could catch up. But you're a moderator, you don't count. I'm grateful that you're here. Yeah. Asking for subs. Oh, I'm not even an affiliate. No, what I would do is I would set like a donation goal to play other M. Are you kidding me? I don't want to play that game, but I'm going to because I need to. Pop this thing with a missile and down it goes. Sandbats just fire in the same direction consistently. They'll clean themselves up. Yeah, but no. Okay, then starting next week, I'll add an extra hour to the stream time, and we'll try. That means that I might actually be able to finish this game next week, depending on how much further I get. I can't activate this; it's the wrong type. Yeah. Blow that up. Down it goes. Cool. Then I will. Because then, obviously, it means that like consistency for some viewers will be hard. But I'm perfectly okay with you guys watching the VODs, and those of you that are able to stick around, I'm very grateful that you are able to do so. But, I think that would be fun. I have a lot of games to get through, and these next two are some of the longest. So, looking around, we got a bridge. And then we look at that. Object scan completed. What do we got here? This analysis complete. Oh, it's a giant, weird, like, worm thing. Gross. Yeah, I want to make sure.
Tell me I'm wrong.
You're not. You're not wrong. I want to make sure the story is complete for the people who want to jump in when Dread comes out. Can't do anything with that room yet, so we're just gonna keep on going. Yeah, I want to make sure the people who want to hop into Dread when it comes out will have the full story available, even if it's just through me. Space Pirate crates. That's sus. Oh, here they are with a new redesign. I personally think it's a design for the worst because I liked their designs in Prime, but you know what? Space Pirates are an entire species. Some of them could look different. Who cares? I'm not gonna be racist. I'll be specious. Fuck Space Pirates, but you know, they are what they are. I also don't think I scanned them. I didn't. Oh no. I forgot to scan them. No. You know, it's fine. It's fine. It's cool. Doesn't bother me. Yeah. Just as an example, this is as far as we've made it in here already, and there's a lot of these rooms are really big because they're trying to fit in around other rooms that surround them. Yeah. Open that up. Can I access anything else from here? I can. Oh, hello there. It's a Brisgy. It's Mr. Jonathan Brisgy. Poison stinger concealed in back-mounted shell. Finish it off quickly once the stinger is exposed. Otherwise, it just starts shooting you. Otherwise, it's just mildly inconvenient. Don't even tango with it. I don't know what's in that room down there. I'm gonna go down into that room. I'm curious. Yeah, I recently went through a little bit of a Prime 2 randomizer. I talked about that some during Prime 1, but I spent more time doing the randomized version of this than I did the original Prime. So my memory of this is a little bit fresher, but just a little bit. Target has a number of wounds caused by small explosions, most likely delivered by a portable rocket or grenade system. Great! Something around here is explosives. Go around this way. Poking around. Hey, look at this big old frickin' room. That's some funky shit. Yeah. Just to clarify, Led, I'm not actually asking for a donation goal just to be able to play other app. It's on the docket anyway. Although I suppose this is a good segue. I have worked out everything with PayPal. Donations are live again, so if you guys want to donate, the option is there. But it is purely optional. Do not feel obligated. Console used to energize and open a portal to Dark Ether, currently offline. Here it is. It's Prime 2. Oh, I can't open this. I forgot I don't have more ball bombs. Prime 2 only has 4 zones. Unless you count the dark counterparts of each zone as a separate zone. Each map has a complete parallel link to the past Dark World counterpart. And certain things can be manipulated in the opposite version if you do something in one version, like the Swamp Palace in Link to the Past. Oh, no. I want to go back down. I want to go back. Take me back. Second missile expansion. Thank you. Missiles are just as important here as they were in Prime 1, if not just a tiny bit less important. For, again, reasons we will come to probably still this session. The power beam was made stronger this time around, because access to stronger weapons isn't always available. And we'll talk more about that soon. Leave me alone. Back off, Mr. Scorpion. I don't want none. Keep that to yourself. Okay, I can't do anything over here. Leave me alone. Bang, 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 bang. Oh, yeah, you're right. Hopefully they don't count this time. Oh, it's just right there. There you go. Oh, and I blew up his shell, so then you kill him, and that's how you kill them. I am curious. What is up there normally? Ah. I can't scan you from here, can I? Nope. I'll scan this. War Wasp Hive. And then quickly hop on over there. Scan this. Nope, destroyed War Wasp Hive. Okay, so it doesn't count. I thought the destroyed ones counted as a separate entry. There's a door there I can't open because I need the translator. Yeah, as you see, there's still room for 4 visors, and there's still room for 4 beams. But another way they gate your progress is Translator Doors. You can check those, which ones you have, by going into your log. Frickin' ow! Shriek bats. I hate them. I can never scan them in one go. And here we are. Another area. Another perfectly inconspicuous room with nothing to be worried about. Absolutely nothing at all. Alpha Sand Digger. Large tunneling bioform, extremely well armored, target exposed eyes to damage this creature. Yep. Same as the weaker variant. I shot him once. I hit him with 1 missile. And he's already being visited by our extraterrestrial goopy things. Look at this upgrade in visual design. The Bomb Guardian. Bomb dropping Darkling. Enemy is utilizing your Morph Ball bomb unit. Although its armor is strong, its tail is exposed when moving. Its mouth can be hit when glowing. You guys remember Moldorm? The Legend of Zelda? Here he is again. With a different coat of paint. So, bit of a spoiler, but they at least tell you. They tell you what upgrade you get by fighting certain enemies. Bit of a bummer, sure, but the thing that I take away from it is that you actually get to see other creatures utilizing your upgrades to fight you. And that is something that I think is really interesting. Shoot him in the tail with a couple of missiles, give him a love tap in the face with the charge beam. Pretty simple, nothing too crazy. Spits a whole bunch of bombs out, jump over them, get around them. I often forget that I'm playing this on the Wii. Don't get too far away. Here, have a... Oh! You shoot his butt enough, and then he fires a whole cornucopia of bombs. It's like 4th of July with all these fireworks. And then blast him in the face. One more missile ought to do it when the time comes. I'm going to save at least one, so I don't have to worry about building up a charge shot. Just... Oh, well, there you go. Boom! Explodey! Let's just skin these energy drops. Bomb Guardian defeated! Got another credit for that. Scan these while I have the chance. Okay, none of those count. We'll scan this though. Morph Ball. Alright. Bombs acquired. I can now blow open anything made out of telluric alloy. Yep, composed of telluric alloy. You roll forward and just go boop. Problem solved. And there we are. Yeah, Prime 2 has a lot of mini-bosses. This is not a problem. I am all for more complicated boss fights. Or not even more complicated. I like boss fights. And Metroid bosses tend to be really fun. With a couple of glaring exceptions. Wait a minute. I was in there. I don't want to. I don't want to rotate. I changed my mind. I changed my mind. I don't want to. No, damn it. All right. Well, speaking of keeping the more challenges at regular intervals, it gives you a better idea of just how strong you feel at certain points. Anyway, now that we speaking of keeping the pace up, here you go. Let's watch the same cutscene 2 more times. Alright, let me down. I'm leaving. Did this actually give it... Yeah, no, it's the same... Okay, it's the same bulb design. I thought it gave us a new one when we picked up the Morph Ball Bomb. Alright. Here's the energy controller. And then here's this thing. What is that? Object analysis complete. This is an access point for the local energy system. So you can plug the energy transfer module right in there. Alright. Damage from multiple weapon systems detected. Subject definitely went out fighting. Brave motherfucker. Luminoth, Holo Projector online, automatic message initiated. Welcome, I am Aisha, Sentinel of the Aegon Temple. This message survives my death as guidance to one who would fight the Ing. A portal to Dark Ether lies nearby. With it, you can travel to this land's shadow. Ugh. You must locate a dark temple, a twisted mockery of this sacred place. Inside, you will find the energy controller you seek. The temple door is held fast by 3 locks. The keys for the locks are hidden throughout that dark land. Your search will be difficult. Even the very air of Dark Aether is dangerous and can cripple the strongest of warriors. In our past struggles with the Ing, we placed a series of light crystals throughout their world. They remain today. These crystals create safe areas that will protect you from the harmful atmosphere of the dark world. I have updated your translator module. You can access devices and doors coded with amber holograms. More lands are open to explore. When you have taken the energy from the Dark Temple, return here at once. Feel better? May the light of Ether serve you well. That's a very good question. I mean, we know they still exist, unless we somehow saw the last one get obliterated by our doppelganger. That's a very good question, how they know. I mean, maybe he died there and the other Luminoth threw him through, but then how would he have recorded his message? I don't know. Maybe they're just so confident that the Ing wouldn't dare try to touch them. And evidence later will definitely prove to the will definitely lend credence to that one. Can I help you, sir? Okay. I know, I'm working, buddy. You get down. Ah! Go away, war wasps. Ugh. Unless somehow, like, the Luminoth are like the Chozo and that they are super spiritual and can persist beyond life. Where are you going?
Trash.
Oh, you can wait until later. I'll help. I mean, I usually do. Huh. That's a funky door. Can't do anything with that.
A cat has been on top of Fast's tank and I'm going to murder her.
Yeah, I know. I saw that earlier. Oh. Shriek bats. Shriek bat, shriek bat. Where is the shriek bat? Sorry about that. You guys are going to hear every time the slider door opens. Sorry. Anyway, shriek bats. They've gotten a visual upgrade from the previous game. They still suck. Except now you can't kill them from a distance. Yeah, they dive way faster. And the other one, they would at least drop, build up momentum, and then shoot at you. And these ones, they just launch at you immediately. Some Lumites hanging out, running around. Nothing to worry about. Not yet, anyway. Kill the Brisky. But now that we have the Amber Translator module, I can now open these. Ow! Ow! Who dares? Yeah, so any of the other Amber holograms that are hanging out and around, I can also scan those now. Alright, missile expansion. Doesn't even count for... Fine, gimme. 20 missile expansion. Or 20 missiles. It's my third missile expansion. Go away. Oh yeah, haven't really talked about it yet, but the missile mode for Samus's arm cannon is now less large and obtrusive. It now just spirals out a little bit. Not that I had a problem with the other version, but this one definitely looks a lot more streamlined, I guess. New lore, beautiful. So now we go back this way. I may have morph ball bombs, but we're gonna take a quick detour before we go back to mess around with that device we found in the other room. We're gonna come rolling down through here, pop that block, and then shoot ourselves through to grab our second energy tank. We're already at the same amount we were at when we fought Flagra in Prime 1. Spring ball. I'm sorry for all the noise. Yeah, well, now you're also taking the Glocks off the tank, which could be loud too. You never know, this mic's very temperamental. I understand what you're doing. I'm just apologizing to the people who have to hear it. Reptile care, man. It is not that obtrusive. It's just loud sometimes. Oh, good. Okay. Oh. Cool. Cool, 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 cool. Pirate Trooper. Starfaring Brigand. Put that on your resume. I am a Starfaring Brigand. And then they have to give you the job because they're afraid because you're a Starfaring Brigand. I do like that they just airdrop in like that, and it looks so cool. But of course, they're here. That's also loud.
That I apologize for.
Yeah. But sure enough, as soon as we start fighting them, even they are shooting it because they don't like it. But look at that visual upgrade. Dark Pirate Troopers. Darkling possessed space pirate. Enhanced strength, you know what it does. We've all seen Venom. Now they do a lot more damage. Like 10 energy per shot at this point. It hurts. Don't mess with these guys. At this level, they are, at this point in the game, they are deadly. Don't underestimate them. They do a pretty nasty amount of damage. Now, part of the reason why I'm concerned about feedback and noises and stuff like that is my headset has an audio monitoring mode where I can turn up the gain so I can hear my own voice, which helps with that vacuum of sound thing that I have a problem with occasionally, and also tells me how loud I am. Also lets me hear my wife because my ears are fully covered. So it's very nice, but that also means that I hear things very clearly, and I'm worried that it's projecting super clearly. System analysis complete, nothing new there, but now that this thing is working, so we hop into that, and we pop it. And then we've set up the pulley. And we rolled right off the edge. You know, this is an essential part of the movement, by the way. You have to fall off first, because it doesn't really load until you hit the ground. That's absolutely why. Anyway, you hop into the elevator system, and you just roll your way on up. Load the locks out of the way. Sand comes pouring through, gets into all of the grooves of Samus's suit, and she gets really upset. You drop on out. Some war wasps come out to say hello. There you go. Also, I believe it's worth mentioning, I'm not entirely sure of this, but I didn't see the speedrunner do it at all. The cannon cancel has been removed from the game. So you cannot fire a missile, fire your beam, fire a missile, fire a beam to rapid fire swap between them and just repeatedly fire missiles. That trick has been removed. Some more war You know, playing like this isn't going to help me get through this game very fast. Alright, we're up here. We go around this way. I'm used to a lot of the rails having, like, locks on them to stop you from just hopping out the sides. That's what I get. Being complacent. I'm lazy. Biting me in the ass. There we go. Through the tube. Out and around. More wasps. Doing what they do best. Sweet, delicious energy. Let me have that. Reds are still worth 20. I think. I'm pretty sure reds are still... I'll freaking scan it, but I'm almost certain they're still worth 20. I should probably scan these real quick before I go around killing them all. And there they are. The Pill Bug. Cave-dwelling herbivore vulnerable to concussion blast. Use this to stun and damage this enemy. Nothing too crazy. They're the standard morph ball enemy fare. They do a lot more fun things with the morph ball in this game rather than just, oh, here's a tube, traverse it. Which is something that I appreciate. Between the kinetic orb cannons and everything else doing what they do best. Alright, all that is on. So now we are refracting light the way we should be. Thank you. All the light doing what it does. Being bright. and obtrusive. Suppose I should actually, like, acknowledge this. This is a morph ball slot. It's in a state of dimensional flux, unable to completely scan bomb slot target. 50% of its component atoms are in another dimension or on the surface of dark aether. Some things can only be triggered from the other side. Clickety clackety. Now we scan this. And this turns up. Let the portal wind up to full power. Well, it gets all gross and goopy, and she just walks on through. The last time we went through one of these, we got mugged. We are. Welcome to the other side. Bum bum bada bum bum. 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 Ba na 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 la. Ba da da. Dun dun la. Dark Aether's atmosphere is dangerous. You know what else is dangerous? Looking at this. Glowing safe zones protect you from Dark Aether's atmosphere. So we're going to go ahead and reactivate this portal, but I'm not actually going to walk through it. Instead, we're going to go ahead and we're going to scan the portal. Light portal. This portal is active. Walk to the portal to initiate return transit to Aether. Blade pod. It's an ing. Living storage. These things are alive. They shove items in them and turn them into pods. Imagine that your entire purpose in life was to be a jar. So, standing out on the surface, you see it just starts melting my health. These safe zones from these crystals slowly and gradually replenish your health up at the top up there just by being in them. Some of them require a shot to activate, but do not stay active. Loki, I don't know what you're thinking.
Hey, buddy.
Mm-hmm. You passed butter. Ow. Can I help you, sir? That. You passed butter. Oh my god. You were just making it worse. Loki. Oh. Alright. So, by popping it here, it has opened the door here, but has also opened the matching door over on light ether. Or just ether. Ether, dark ether. Don't need to overcomplicate things. I don't think I can make that jump. Up here. There we go. Yeah, no, cannot make that jump. Yeah, so this is part of that oppressive atmosphere I was talking about before. They really make you plan your route and make a beeline for these different energy nodes. And it's a lot of people didn't like this change. I think it's pretty good. I should probably scan that and not just obliterate it. Inglet. Worker drone of the ink horde. These are the babies. Their purpose is to pass the butter. And also to turn me into butter. Hey! Who dares? Yeah. They will try to avoid the light zones as much as they can. They do not like being in them. This will not stop them from being in them, but they will try their best to avoid them. They will dip in to hit you if they need to. Open that up. Pop that with missile. Pass through. Yeah. So, the map itself is identical to normal Aether. The thing is, certain things can change in these rooms and can be different on each side. For example, this one doesn't have an active sand flow. There are certain rooms that have different structures, different pathways. The doors are usually in the same spot, but that is also subject to change. And here's the save station, because even Dark Aether has save stations. They aren't always in the same spot. This one just happens to be. They're making lots of noise over there, and I don't know what they're doing. Keep it down in there. I'm trying to have a show.
Yeah.
Alright. You come out here. A lot of open space. There's a door that way I can't open, but in order to progress, I have to go this way. What's up? You go ahead and you just move on. And here are their basic foot soldiers. Let's scan this guy here. Warrior Ing. In some of those cases, it's hard to say. It could just be the simple answer is gameplay integration, but in terms of actual lore reasons, it could just be certain things are able to emit the protective fields. In the case of like the save station, I'm sure they probably have like crystals built in underneath them. In certain areas, maybe the crystals are built into the floor or into like the surrounding area. Maybe certain things just project light auras, and it's not just these protective crystals. Who even knows? I'm not going to tell the Luminoth how their space magic works. What they have told me is that these crystals are safe. These other beacons from these things are safe. Like here's a good example. This guy here, not a crystal, or not the things that we've been introduced to. This is the Lightbringer. It's the fucking universe. I can't kill it. Nope. But it moves and it projects a field as well. It's probably just certain stones or certain things emit that kind of energy, and that's what allows them to offer like the protective fields. After all, magic is just science we don't understand yet. Yada yada. Who knows? Maybe certain things just produce the same wavelength of energy that the Luminoth stuff does. I'll take that. In we go. So if I'm going to be completely honest with you, the answer is like right here. There's no crystal or anything here. It's safe to assume maybe it's underneath this, or maybe it's up there somewhere. But you and I both know the true answer is just DM hand-wavery bullshit. Alright, I can't do anything with that. There's a missile expansion down there, and an interesting pulsating track. I wonder what it's for. Ow. I am melting. I would like to stop melting. Alright, blow those up. And then you go through here. Okay. I'm just going to hang out in here for a second. Riveting, high-octane gameplay. Alright. And now we run to the next field. And this guy looks important. Boy, he sure jumps good. I wonder what he has that makes him jump so good. The Jump Guardian. Behold the mother clucker who stole our space jump. Jump Guardian, space jump powered warrior Ing. Powerful metamorph with enhanced jump abilities, able to generate energy shockwaves and force fields. I don't think the other Ing really showed it off, or if he did, I wasn't paying attention. But their primary method of attacking is ironically producing light wave energy. Crazy. Or it's just like base form energy. I don't know. They're shooting Dragon Ball lasers at me. When he jumps, he is invulnerable. But just poke him with a couple of missiles. He's really not that hard. I mean, how could he be? He's the second Guardian we fought. And then you jump. And you mess it up. And side hop. Side hop. No. If you have any knowledge of this game, there is one of these guys that I'm sure some of you are really looking forward to watching me fight. Just to see what happens. Alley-oop. Stop jumping. I want to shoot you. Power beam. And just like Prime 1, you can spam the ever-loving hell out of the power beam. Nothing really stops you. It's just tons of damage. And up we go. Stop that. Stop it with the baubles. I'm trying to kill you. And you are making it difficult. I think I just shot the crystal. Thankfully, we cannot break the crystal. I don't have a canon explanation as to why we don't break the crystal, but it's just because we would be miserable if we accidentally broke the crystal. I mean, in truth, if you want a lore explanation, our doppelganger probably has a special kind of shot that we'll talk about more when we get to her. Them. It's complicated. Boy, I would like you to stop so I can shoot you more. Yeah, their shockwaves do have like a limited reach, so if you're at the very edge, it won't even get close to you. Boy. Yeah, not a whole lot of methods of doing extra damage right now, so some of these are going to take a little bit. Jump. Loki, Loki, please. Loki, just one more shot, bud. Come on. Die. And now he's dead. Double checking, make sure I scanned him. You can sometimes land scans during their death animations. So if you're worried that you missed a scan, check it at the last second. You might be able to squeeze one in.
Go.
He's behind you.
Okay, that's
Don't lean back.
that's fine.
And look at that. Let's grab some delicious. Ooh, big boy.
He's less likely to hop up here when I am painting, luckily.
Yep. Ultra energy. That's 100 energy. We're also going to go ahead and scan this. A light crystal. Luminoth light crystal generates protective field of light energy, provide protection from dark energy. They can be nullified by dark energy and supercharged by light energy. Whatever that means. Behold. They really didn't want you to go very long without your double jump. So they gave it back to you right the hell away. Congrats, you have the space jump boots. Don't expect a lot of streamlined mobility because of it. It helps with these first areas tremendously, but that's about the extent of its benefits. But, on the other hand, hey, double jump. You can start doing really cool trick jumps already. Open this door up. What's in here? Transitory Zone. I'm going to go ahead, I'm just going to melt my flesh a little bit more, going this way. And let's see, there's a door that way, there's a door that way. Ah, the lizard alarm. I'm so sorry. Sorry. Oh, he snoozed it. Oh, crap. I know. 1 second. I don't want that alarm going off a second time. I know about the world clock. That's not what I'm here for. There you go. Turn that off. Remind me to turn that back on when we're done. Okay. Oh, I should probably reopen the dashboard. I have chat open on my computer, but it's also easier to just have it open on my phone, too. Alright. Don't want to miss any of these good questions. I already looked at this legend and said, can't make that. Yes, you can. Space jump. Everybody loves the space jump. Open that up. Open that up. Go ahead and run through all of this. There aren't any shriek bats in here, though I did look. And behold, big door. Security system initiated. All locks are active. 3 keys are required to access the temple. They are scattered throughout the dark Aegon wastes. This is the door that you're going to come to after you collect all 3 boss keys, because that's what they are. There are 3 boss keys. You need all 3 pieces in order to be able to enter the boss arena. Open that up, and behold, our first one, the Dark Temple key. To open a Dark Temple. And when you look, they are shown on your map in the bottom right corner. So you're always able to check and see. And it is their appearances are based on like where you are supposed to find them. So if you find keys 2 and 3, but you haven't found key 1, you know to look earlier in the level. You also know which one to Google in the event that you are stuck. I think I have made a mistake. I have made a terrible mistake. I am melting. I'm killing her. I'm killing her. Okay. Let me go through. So, some people will sit in the recharging light of these bubbles before moving on. I will not be. It kills the pace, and I don't have time for that. This will probably lead to me dying stupidly at some point in the future. As long as we all understand that that's probably what's going to happen. I am stubborn, and it will get me killed. Killing them will drop a light bubble. I am definitely going to die. Here. Blow those up. Ah, this is the first time we've seen one of these. A blue energy. A large energy unit. 50 energy. In a single spot. It's real nice. And then here's the red. Medium energy. 20 energy each. I lied, they're 30 now. Yeah, so they added a new tier of energy pickup, buffed the red ones to help compensate for the fact that traversing between these areas will hurt a lot. Portal is open. Let's go. I didn't scan one of those beacons. I scanned the crystal, I didn't scan the beacon. I'll scan the beacon later. It's not like they're not going to be everywhere. Alright, it's playing the mysterious space pirate music. Again, we're going to go ahead and reactivate this portal, but we're not going to step in it. We're just going to scan it. So many scannables. Alright, pirates are back. Give them a what for? Charge beam and a missile is more than enough to deal with them. Provided the missile hits. Yeah, and now they side hop. Now they'll actually dodge your shots. It is an improvement. They are a bigger threat. The base pirates are a much bigger threat in this game than they were before. But there's also a lot more variations of space pirates. So of course, more of them will be a threat. Alright, cool. I've already scanned a bomb slot. Here's a half pipe. It's like the third or fourth one we've walked through, I think. So, you know, boost ball will come back. We will get to Tony Hawk our way around. Missile expansion! 25 missiles. Very handy. Alright, we're back at the sand room. Back in the sand pit. All these sand bats getting in the way. Just blast them all. And whee! Down the sound flow. Down the sand flow. Go ahead and let's poke our butt into the save station here. Excuse me. I always get congested when we start streaming. I'll be fine all day, and then I'll start streaming, and my nose is like, you know what? I've done my work for today, boss. The clock's out early.
Me.
Jackwad. There's an amber door, and already we're seeing the effects of the space jump boost. I can just jump out of that pit, and that thing's not even a threat anymore. He likes to pretend that he is. Hop in here. Blow that up. Try to boost ball, but can't. Map station. Beep, beep, beep. Windows Defender cannot scan this map. Windows Defender cannot scan this map. Are you sure you want to download? So there's this whole section over here we're not going to get to play around with for a little while. There's that big old room there we're not going to get to play around with for a while. But look at all this over here. Everything we've explored is just this section. And there is a Dark Aegon variant of this as well. Whole lot of room to explore. Whole lot to do. Ow, Mr. Digger. I insist. So I can't do anything with that door over there. It requires something funky. But we do want to go that way. So we want to go back to the mining station. So we want to go through this door. Up there. There's some more lore. Oh yeah, and in a very clever method, each era of Luminoth lore is labeled with an age that matches the translator that you need to be able to scan it. For example, everything we're getting from the Amber translator is the golden age of Luminoth lore. And other colored scanners you get are all of different, and they all match, is the point I'm trying to make here. And now that I have the space jump, this room is still kind of obnoxious to traverse. And sand does what sand does. You jump through it and it covers up your visor. Ow. I'm just gonna hop off this rock. And no one can stop me. Go away. I don't like any of you. Let me through. Well, go ahead, let's poke around over here real quick. See what we can do. Now that we can jump, we can hop on top of this. Hop up here. Which will take us around over here. Not just to that lore file, but also to a scan section right here. That closes off the... closes that off. Opens that up to us. And there we are. Already exploring a new area with these space jump boots. Go up in here. Are you the sneaky one? You're not. There's space pirate noises. Vaporized. What do we got here? Structural analysis complete. It's been modified to transport radioactive material. Rad scans indicate the presence of phazon energy. Handle with care. Motherfuckers are bringing it here. And here we are. In this place. Crude but efficient device. It's a windmill. Yep. Yeah, this is what's left of that spaceship that got shot down. They've turned it into armor plating. Fortifications. But then you come in here and they see us. This part was the playable part in the Prime 2 demo that I actually, that came with my Prime 1 copy. Is you get to explore this. Because of course they can't give you the plot or anything. You can't figure out all that. It's all just about space pirates, man. Of course they're involved. They're always involved. And then you'll go ahead and just blast the crap out of all of them. Love the ragdoll. A little bit further in. Alright, they're calling in more big boys. These ones appear to have like different spikes. I lied, they're exactly the same. Shoot them. And they die. Breaking news, people die when they're killed. But now they have heavy artillery. They are sick of our nonsense, and they have packed heavy cannons. These giant plasma cannons. They go down in 3 missiles, assuming I didn't forget how to count. And they can do some pretty nasty damage to you if they get a direct hit on you. Thankfully, their AoE is relatively small, and if they hit you with the shockwave, it does a lot less damage than if they hit you head on. Magnetic rail system track detected. So, this is the spider ball tracks for this game. Yes, the spider ball is still in this game. I love these so much more aesthetically than the ones from Prime 1. Prime 1, the Prime 1 spider ball tracks were very bright and out of place. I love this look. They look like they're actually built as part of these things now. And not just clearly Samus has to be able to move around. These are nice. I like these. Alright. So go ahead and come over here. Now we've blown a hole into their base. Pick up all this good stuff. Open that. Well, that's a door I can't open. There's a blast shield on that door. That's funky. Luckily, maybe this crack in the floor can help me. Boop. Goodbye, telluric alloy. Break these boxes. And you roll on through this weird organic tube that they didn't think to patch. But then you show up in the floor underneath their base. And we're watching them run into dark ether. They dispatch in. Don't know why they're going after them, but they just are. Grab a missile expansion from over here. And there we are. Continue rolling around underneath their floorboards. Because none of them have the sense to look down. Ow. Go through. I don't know. Might be harder to look underneath it than I thought. Oh no, they're just blind. Pop up over here. That guy sees us and says, oh hell no. We're actually going to use all these security protocols and close this big freaking gate. And now we're back in another firefight. Yeah, you engage with the space pirates a whole lot earlier in Prime 2 than you did in Prime 1. Prime 1 you had to wait until Fenderana. Dark Aether Transit. Bunch of blue entries here, medical reports. Of course, some of these are red, so they're important. Wait. Metroid Officer Report. The order to mass breed Metroids is insane. We have no space to store them. Perhaps when Command is sharing a bunk with hungry Metroid infants, they will rethink this unwise order. Space Pirate encrypted data decoded. Phazon raids. Phazon extraction raids are underway on Dark Ether. The toxicity of the atmosphere has taken a toll on our workforce, as have the hostile natives of that world. Science team is preparing our survival gear to protect our work teams, and we have increased our security presence in extraction areas. Fortunately, High Command is sending more troops and supplies. Our troops and resources are spread dangerously thin, and this mission cannot fail. Because since we fucked up everything on Talon 4, their supply of Phazon is limited. I grow weary of standing watch on a wasteland. The accursed Marines are weak and vulnerable. Why do we not attack? They owe us a fate debt for the attack on our supply ship. Instead of settling accounts, we sit around in this sandpit like a group of timid old spinsters. It's time for action. Dark Aether. Transdimensional duplicate of planet Aether. This rift portal is inactive. And then Scan this guy here. Cycle 4. Local conflict. Vathor, an era the planet is not at peace, nor are the inhabitants docile. Evidence of a class 4 conflict is present here, though hostilities are at a minimal level now. Our territory has suffered several raids by a strange type of shadowy creature. These raids have caused considerable damage, and we have requested more combat troops in response. Might as well find out why the space pirates are here. Phazon operations. Space science teams detected the presence of Phazon in the Dasher system 4 cycles ago. High Command authorized the deployment of our team shortly thereafter. Our orders are to establish a base on planet Aether and evaluate local Phazon resources. Because this world lies on the periphery of Galactic Federation territory, we are following stealth protocols at the highest level. A cadre of elite commandos has been dispatched to provide security for our force as well. This operation is now underway. So, if it wasn't incredibly clear, that object that hit, that forced Aether and Dark Aether into 2 versions, was another Phazon meteorite, just like the one that contained Metroid Prime. A spatial anomaly has been found within our base. We believe this rift in space-time leads to a parallel dimension of some type, but have been unable to interact with it thus far. A strange artifact was found near the anomaly as well. It may be a weapon or generator of some kind. Perhaps it is the key to accessing the anomaly. High Command is eager for reports on the relic. A new weapon for our arsenal is always welcome. God help us if they make a portal gun. Space Pirate encrypted data decoded. Rift portal. The rift portal has been opened. The artifact weapon, dubbed the Dark Beam by Science Team, provides the energy needed to open the portal, although for a limited time. We sent expeditions through the portal, and they have returned with incredible news. The portal leads to a parallel version of Aether. This Dark Aether has suffered a global calamity, turning it into a toxic wasteland. It is the home world of the shadowy creatures who have been raiding our base for the last cycle. Most importantly, it is a prime location of Phazon in this sector. Extraction plans are being prepared. We will not be denied. Yeah, so all of the Phazon, or most of the Phazon, not all of it, wound up in Dark Aether, which is why they are trying so hard to get there. Security report. Security report. Marine vessel has been attacked by predators. We already know that. Unit was dispatched to recon the swamp, a potential site for a new base. Unit 9B sent to investigate. Casualty report. Mining expedition. 422 reports, 3 dead. 2 injured, 1 missing. Captured bioform. Transferred to science team for study. Planet Aether. There it is. We now have, because you can scan both Aether and Dark Aether, and they both count for your logbook. Unable to bypass space pirate security. Portal control access denied. Find an alternate method of access in portal control. Whole lot of lore. Thrown at you very fast. Power relays connected. Elevator unit online. Why do they let me? Like, why don't they have better protocols to stop me from scanning their shit?
They didn't think about that.
Well, they should. They should just consider that I'm always going to show up to thwart their bullshit. When one team figures out how to protect their shit from me, they should spread it with everybody else. Another lock undone. Hey, look, another door that I can't open.
Maybe they're using you to take out the competition.
Oh my god. Space Pirate Civil War, and they just keep they keep trading off, leaking their location to Samus, hoping she'll kill the other factions. Aliens to battle stations. The Dark Hunter has breached the Metroid production facility. Protect Phazon supply at all costs. Death to the Dark Hunter, glory to the Space Pirates. Weird. It's an odd prefix that they added to the front of my name. Bro, you don't seem to know what I've done to all of your friends. And you were literally looking at the same room. I fought way more than just one of you. Hey! Don't go closing the doors on me. Jackwad? Hey! Alright, security systems active. Blast shield. Alright, more lore. Phazon collection reports. Phazon is diminishing. Planetary stability is at critical, creating violent climate changes and tectonic shifts. Unless these conditions can be reversed, global destruction is inevitable. Boy, somebody should really get on that. Dark Hunter analysis. Scans of the Dark Hunter have revealed she goes stronger as she consumes Phazon. Already a class platinum AAA threat level, we shudder to think of her power level if she consumes our entire Phazon supply. Blast door control security bypassed. Door will remain in the open position. Security control systems have been jammed at the source. I'm glad that my glasses are like the ultimate hacking tool. Really helps make the whole process more efficient, you know. Let me out. I would like out. What's the point in cracking open the barrier if I have to walk around? Do-do-do-do-do-do. Oh, hello. You guys are new. I haven't scanned you before. Humility class turret. Space pirate defense system. Beam weapon variant of captured Federation turret. Evade its fire with quick movement. Or just a missile. Crazy idea. Just use missiles. Burning hot lasers. Don't touch them. They hurt. Open up this door. Scan that vehicle. Pirate Skiff, the third vehicle in the game. Shrike class assault skiff. It's just a flying skateboard. That's all it is. It's a transport skiff. At some point, some blonde dude is going to jump up on top of it, brandish a green lightsaber, and just whoop all of them. Don't ever bring in skiffs. You never know how unpredictable your competition is going to be. Oh yeah, I just kind of glossed over it. Bioscan complete. Metroid subject to several blast wounds from space pirate weaponry on low power settings. They wanted it alive after they were finished with it. Metroids already. It took a while for us to see them, but they are already showing up. More pirates. Guys, I understand you have to try, but stop. No. Just stop. Take those missiles. Talon Metroid. Energy craving parasite taken from planet Talon 4. Target leeches bioenergy from its victims. Stunned by concussive blasts. Vulnerable to dark energy. Huh. Sure sucks to be you, buddy. Subject is barely alive and is periodically leached to its bioenergy by Metroids. They realize this is the only source of food they have, so they are periodically just gnawing at him. Just enough to make sure he doesn't die. The fact that they are that intelligent is terrifying. Metroid subject is suffering from food poisoning. It has ingested several pet treats and space pirate rations. These do not agree with its digestive system. Somebody try. Please do not feed the Metroids. Metroid subject has been energy drained repeatedly over the last 3 cycles. Bioscan complete. Metroid subject is heavily scarred. Wounds appear to be from repeated contact with its containment field, most likely received while attempting to escape. Well, stop hurting yourself! Space pirate encrypted data. The Hunter. Samus Aran, the accursed Hunter, has arrived. The sudden arrival of the Hunter is strange enough, but her actions are stranger still. She does not seek our destruction, but our Phazon. With each raid, she steals Phazon ore, only killing those who attempt to deny her. What she needs it for, we do not know, though science team suspects she requires it to power her new armor suit. Dark in color, it is equipped with strange new weapons. The troops now call her the Dark Hunter. It is a fitting title. Metroid handling protocols. Metroids are not pets. Metroids are not for target practice. Finally, unauthorized feeding of Metroids is still strictly prohibited. Stop trying to befriend the Metroids. It will never work. Why are you shooting me? Go away. Can I scan the base? You can. You can still scan the base of the turrets even after you've blown them up. That's pretty handy. Really helpful, too. Alley-oop. Down we go. Rolling around at the speed of ball. And boop. Open that up. So this big old frickin' room. And look at who's back already. These clowns. The Pirate Arrow Troopers. Airborne Assault Trooper, blah blah blah. They can be overloaded with thermal damage. That's nice. Wonder where I'm going to get that. Thankfully, they are significantly less durable now, but I still hate fighting them. And they still do the kamikaze self-destruct shit that they've always done. It is what it is. And here we have another very interesting room. Can't do anything crazy with that just yet, so what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, we're going to scan these. Metroids, bass breeding of Metroids underway. Maintenance report, energy containment field generators have failed 3 times. I fear for our safety, we're out of spare parts, one more failure, and we're finished. Security system bypass, power harnessing systems online. And here we have a fun little puzzle. You just hop out and make your way around, do what you do best, causing havoc. A discipline report. Units 013 and 43 have been placed on low rations after being caught configuring the power storage racks for amusement purposes. Agility training is to occur only in sanctioned training areas. Stop trying to electrocute your friends. Command authorized. This moves those platforms in the background. Scanning the one on the right moves them up. Scanning the one on the left moves them down. Theft report. 3 Metroids have been stolen. All on-duty units have been questioned. Whereabouts of Metroids unknown. Doubling security in Metroid areas until further notice. The Dark Hunter was spotted near the Metroid tanks. She attempted to breach the containment racks without success, then escaped. Perhaps she is behind the recent Metroid theft. Curious. Termination report. Metroid Unit 318 was put down today after a failed domestication session. Metroid Unit refused commands and terminated one of its handlers before it was subdued. So, I actually had an idea while I was thinking about it. Unit 686 released a Metroid for target practice today. The Metroid then assaulted 686. He should be regaining brain functions in a cycle. Dumbass. Oh, and yeah, whatever. These things here are used for, they display the position of the power units, which is very pointless. But I should go ahead and I should mention it. I also figure I could start an hour earlier and go from 7 to 11, as long as those of you who would be here at that time are okay with some additional background noise. The kids go to bed at 8, though they understand not to keep the noise down while I'm working. So, we could do that if you guys are more partial to an earlier start rather than a later end. It's just a matter of what's convenient for you guys. So, oh, I'm zooming around. Go over here. Bring down that guy, and then that guy. Cool. Now that we have our third energy tank, very simple. As if we didn't know how stairs worked, we get a cutscene showing us, hey guys, you set up stairs. Boing. 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 Bang. Boing. And then you roll and you go boing. Oh, and here we are doing this shit again. Ouch. Lots of morph ball puzzles, timing, watching out for lasers, the whole 9 yards. This is where the spring ball really comes in handy in the trilogy version. These are timed for morph ball bombs. So with the spring ball you can fit in... Ow, ow, ow. Not doing that. I didn't realize there was one there. Oops. The spring ball lets you get through here much faster. And boop. Open that up. Hey, look at that. A save station. This is a very convenient location for one, too. Oh, look, lore. Dark Hunter teleports into the base at will. Our security has proven next to useless against her. Her latest raid was disastrous. Not only did we lose more phase onto her, but she also crippled the stealth field generator with the strange new weapons. We are exposed. Until the replacement generator arrives, we will be vulnerable to scans and detection. Our presence here is still minimal. Should the Federation find us, we will be unable to defend our position. Fortunately, Aether is on the fringe of Federation space. With luck, we will have a stealth field back in effect before being detected. Oops. Crap. Sorry. I didn't get to the microphone in time. Sorry about that, everybody. I'm going to try really hard not to cough while the microphone is live. Creating designed to resist extremely high-speed winds, weapons fires useless against it. Seek an alternate method to access the control area. Go away. Go away. Alright. What do we got here? Brimstone alloy within wall has weakened it. Structural integrity critical. This is for missiles. Telluric alloy is morph ball bombs. Brimstone is missiles. We have another thing over here. We have this over here. It's time for not a mini boss, but a proper, actual boss fight. And one that really stuck with me for as early as it is triggered. I'm very excited about this one. Let's hop on down. Here's our doppelganger again. This time we're in normal space. Pretty used to the pain of the atmosphere. There's no surprises here that they could possibly have in store for us. Morphology, Dark Samus, Phazon powered entity, powerful distance attacks, Phazon energy shield repels all weapons. Wait until it is down to attack, avoid close contact with target. Say hello to the reanimated Phazon suit stolen by Metroid Prime. At the very end of Prime 1, you remember how Metroid Prime stole our suit from us? This is the one who took it. Or more accurately, this is the suit itself, with what's left of Metroid Prime's sentience crammed inside of it. It has a charge spread like that does some pretty decent damage if you're caught up against the wall and you get hit by most of it. They will constantly try to move forward after you've done enough damage to try and hit you with that shockwave. A quick side dash will cover that. These pillars here are very good at taking cover. When they cover themselves in a film like that, they have charged themselves with a weapon we don't even have yet. They can now fire the super missile. Also the speed booster, which is just not fair. I actually don't think it can do the super missile. I think I've got that mixed up with something else. Nope, there it is. Take cover behind the pillars is the safest way to avoid getting hit by it. Because just like when we fire it, the super missile doesn't play around. How do you even have the speed booster? That wasn't in the suit that you took. Yep, every time it does that charge, they're fully invulnerable. You can't do any damage. There's that spread again, but this time it's more mobile. Ow! This boss is great. I love how early you establish this Dante-Virgil rivalry with Dark Samus. It's great, it's amazing, and I really appreciate the firepower that she comes packing. Or I suppose, they come packing. Metroid Prime is genderless. So that means by extension, so is Dark Samus. Dark Samus said trans rights. Come here, you. I mean, more accurately, Dark Samus said brrr. Whatever that means. Jump aside, dodge that. Yep, now it's more about taking the opportunities to do damage. Ow!
My burp wasn't that loud.
No, I got blasted. And not by you.
Dark Samus used Volt Tackle.
Yeah. Yeah. That is just a Volt Tackle. Come here. You keep that to yourself. I don't want it. This is a fight that's actually made harder in the trilogy version. Because while you may have it set to like the legacy like lock on aim, I don't remember Dark Samus breaking your lock as often as she does in the trilogy version. Yeah, don't even waste your time with missiles while she's charging up that super missile. For all intents and purposes, while she is attacking, she is invulnerable. They are invulnerable. Damn it. Yeah, it's up, and there you go. You can land like 1 or 2 missile shots on them, but then they realize the Phazon shield will actually protect them from the missiles. Dark Samus defeated. Fucking book it. Quick, easy. Well, quick, moderately challenging, fun, not that hard. And you know what? Really entertaining. And you're right, for now. Because, to be fair, we killed Metroid Prime and he stole our suit. It's gonna take a lot more than that to put that goop monster down. I was not expecting them to throw Dark Samus at you as early as they did, and I was pleasantly surprised when they did. I had a blast fighting them the first time, and I'm having a blast doing it now. Also, Phazon. You can scan Phazon in here. Go on up the elevator. Look around because you're paranoid. Open the door. Hey, that's an interesting thing. Oh, hey, lore. 69898.
Actually behaving tonight. I'm very surprised.
What, your paint?
No. Artemis.
Oh,
She's been behaving tonight.
that's impressive.
Looks
Shadow
like she's
Wolf.
been laying right here.
Huh.
She's been either laying on the couch or in the window.
Nice. The local...
Bonk.
Hi, bud. The local war has escalated in intensity. The Shadowlings from Dark Aether have launched an offensive. The assault seems based on a central network of buildings atop a mountain. A base, perhaps. Strangely, this attack coincides with a rise in planetary instability. Perhaps these shadow creatures are using a new weapon system. The Shadowlings must believe us to be foes, for they have hit our base numerous times as well. We are holding, but attrition is taking its toll on our troops and resources. Reinforcements are en route. We can only wait and defend what is ours. Alright. Anywho, behold our first upgrade. Like, real upgrade. Not something that was taken from us, but something new. The Dark Beam. Yeah, it was kind of obvious. We've got a light and dark world. Of course we got a Dark Beam. Spoilers, there is a light beam later. Storyboard package unlocked for purchase. Cool. Maybe as a bonus to one of these sessions, I'll actually go through and look at the artwork. But, that's an interesting indicator on the right side of my screen. That's a funky looking thing, isn't it? Sure is weird that they included an ammo system to help heighten the sense of dread. Also, Dread. The Dark Beam functions very similarly to the Ice Beam. The shots are slow, but not nearly as slow. Charge shots take 5 ammo units to fire, and they will paralyze foes in place. Dark Beam shots, however, are much faster than Ice Beam shots were. And only the charge shots from the Dark Beam have the power to freeze enemies in place. I was originally very worried about the idea of an ammo system. I thought it was going to really slow down the progress of the game, and because I'd have to rely on the power beam. But like I've said multiple times, the power beam is actually stronger in this game than it was in Prime 1, to compensate for the fact you don't need to rely on this ammo. This ammo is just insanely powerful by comparison. Metroid Brood generation underway, Protocol 3 in effect until further notice. Yep, Space Pirate encrypted data encoded, Federation attack. Another disaster. The transport bringing our reinforcements and supplies has been shot down. It was engaged in orbit by a Federation vessel, which has landed near the alien temple. It's only a matter of time before the Marines attack. Survivors from our ship, have made their way to our base. Here we shall make our stand. Another enemy, first the Shadowlings, then the Dark Hunter, and now the Galactic Federation Marine Corps. Perhaps fate will smile upon us before the world itself opens its maw and swallows us. Ha! Pessimist wrote that. No, so the Dark Beam... Metroid Prime 2 uses an ammo system for its beam types. This was something I was not initially thrilled with, because I was concerned that these beams would be essential for certain things, and they are, and then that means that you would be locked out of making progress because you are out of these beam types. But that's not the case. They planned for that, and that's something I actually really appreciate. You are new. You are dead. These guys are shooting grenades. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Hi, Dad. Pirate Grenadiers, Space Pirate specializing in grenade combat, powerful grenade launcher, yada. Joke's on you, bro. I got my own now. Where'd you go? Did you teleport? Oh, no. You just moved over. What is that emo? Loki, move, you're in the way.
Behind you.
Oh. Oh, I thought you were asking for the... Oh, there. Oh, she's over there. Going, bro.
The little black shadow that stuck behind his father, her father.
Yep. Going pro. I'm trying my best. Yep. But so anyway, part of what they do to get around the ammo count for the Dark Beam, and the fact that it's required for certain things, like energizing portals that aren't in a dedicated system, you can charge the beam if you are out of ammo to fire a single normal shot. You cannot be locked out because you don't have ammo. And that's something that I'm very happy about. Granted, ammo's not that hard to get in the first place. There's a certain system in place for it, and I'll talk about that a little bit later. Again, I might run a little bit later. I did start late. Well, give them smooches, but don't wake them up. Tell them I send my love. Let's see. Up there's a beacon here. Xenotech, Luminoth Light Beacon, yada yada. There are other versions of these. Yeah, no, I would love to be able to direct people towards your streams. But hey, it's a newborn. You're gonna be busy for a while. What is that there? A Luminoth device. Outer shell is made of brimstone. Dang. Let's see here. That's a door that I can't open. Though my streams aren't AAA either. I'm just trying my best. Trying to be informational for the people who haven't played before. Get out of here, Ing. Oh, well, okay. AAA gaming, I know what you mean now. Yeah, no, I like Nintendo stuff. What are you gonna do about it? Your stuff's a very special niche. Good stuff, though. Yeah, there are corrupted dark variants of these things that you need to scan, but they are... I'm not going to deliberately take a crap ton of damage. Yeah, just more for what you're doing, and less for what, you know, what I do. Yeah. If any of you are interested in, very, oh my god, if they stole the... Okay, if they stole the charge beam from you in this game, I'd be so upset. Because that is a very... It's a very reliable source of damage that would just be gone. Alright, we're going to go this way and grab our second of the Dark Temple keys. I mean, you could be. Just let people know you're going to be doing, like, real casual stuff. And I don't think your particular viewer base would mind. But for any of you who are looking for realistic flight sims, go check out Fresno Jay's channel. He's got some cool shit. I'm sure he's got a couple of VODs up too. Just some fun stuff going on. You get to pretend you're on a flight to wherever the hell he flies. There's a lot of places. I cannot proceed through this pathway, so we're just gonna turn around. Stop that. Don't close on me. Get that out of here. Got the puffers back. Ow. I think they're called Preed in this game. I didn't read it. I don't care. Just carry on through. Get healed by the fields while I go. And you are... No, I don't want anything to do with you. Ha! Yeah, if you see these Phazon containers, blast them. They might hit you too, but they typically vaporize things. Yeah, no, if they took out the charge beam, you just wouldn't be able to open up doors. And that would be bad. That would be so bad. And again, that's part of the reason why I really compliment the design choice, to make sure that you can still fire light and dark beams even if you're out of ammo. Get that out of here. Alright, there's a portal that way, and a door I can't open. Yeah, no, it's the closest thing I will ever get to international travel, is watching your streams. Chest armor was compromised by multiple high-energy strikes and penetrated by a piercing weapon terminating subject's life signs. In other words, dude got messed up. That's the important takeaway there. I could bop through there, but let's just swap to this. Oh wait, no, I can't energize that portal. Never mind. I don't have the tools needed to energize that portal yet. So I gotta take the long way. Open that. Yeah, Led, I don't know if you've popped in on any of my other streams, but my memory, I'm pretty sure I'm part goldfish. It's pretty shoddy. Sometimes I'll forget what I was talking about, and I'll be surprised by a piece of information that I said like 10 minutes ago. Trauma from these wounds is the cause of death. Nothing interesting on any of these guys. Bang. Hit the save station, get juiced up. Alright. Let's go. So, I probably won't be able to beat Aegon tonight. Maybe if I push an extra like 15 minutes past the limit, I might be able to do it. Because we're not going to be spending a whole lot more time here in Dark Aegon. We're going to be going back to Light Aegon soon, and being able to prep for the actual like boss fight that waits for us. And then we just hop, and then off you go. You could just drop into that Phazon, but there is no way to be immune to Phazon in this game. Phazon still just does chip damage and will melt your face. There's a type of door in here we haven't seen before. So instead we're gonna have to look around for scan objects. See what we can find. I appreciate you popping in, Jay. I could definitely use the extra views. Let's see here. Oh, no. You stop that. Hop. Ow. Ow. Alright. There's a scanner there. It'll open one. It'll light up one of those nodes, so we can actually get that gate down. There are 3 nodes. I don't like you. What is the Ascent? I've heard it. I've heard that name a bunch, but I haven't actually seen any gameplay. I don't know what it's like. Knowing you, it's probably a shooter or shooter of some kind. The name alone sounds like a roguelike type thing. I don't know why I did that. That's not going to tell me where it is. I think I know where it is. It's down here. Yep, I found it. Very Diablo. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, one of these days I'll actually finish Diablo 3. But I don't really feel that motivated to do it right now. Oh, okay. So kind of like that PSP. What was it? The PSP Killzone game that you and I played. Oh, that explains why I don't know about it. There you go. There's this freaky thing. The Ingclaw. Toxin spewing immobile darkling. Surrounded by impenetrable shell. Produces poison gas. Don't mess with that. Ow, ow. Yeah, poison gas on top of toxic atmosphere equals great. Alright, now we're over here in the feeding pit. Just like the sand bats, scan these guys any chance you get. Night barbs. They're sand bats, but evil. Suck that up. There you go. Alley-oop. You're gonna lock in a position, and you just fire until they all die. Bang. Here, you can have that. There you go. Okay, now where are the crystals on these? Yeah, most of the structures that are lined with red like this are things that can be energized and moved. Just need a beam of the appropriate type.
There's my help. Might help if I actually put that down before I move the table.
That would probably help. Oh, nope, don't use that. Yeah, so don't use the dark beam to try and energize beacons. You instead create this awful super goop that completely disables the beacon. Tackle both of these. They've both been dropped. There you go. Here you are. Open that up. Hey, how about that? Look at how quickly we've gotten 3 beam types. This entire game is structured around a balance between the light beam and the dark beam, with the power beam to fill the gap. Sketch package. Hey. So, what do you do when you're low on dark ammo? Well, you circumvent the problem. Dead Luminoth. Open the door. I can't open that with that. I have to use this. So, if it wasn't clear, the dark beam looks like the ice beam. and the light beam looks like the wave beam. But the the light beam fires like a really fun combination of the two. Actually, it's really neat. When you are low on light ammo, destroying containers will provide. When you're low on ammo, destroying containers with the opposite beam type will give you ammo for whatever beam you want. So if you're low on dark beam ammo, you blow up the containers with the light beam. You're low on light beam ammo, you blow up the targets with the dark beam. And this works for enemies too. Enemies pop in certain flavors of ammo. Now, because of the way this game is, obviously the light beam is going to be an excellent weapon for the entire game, because everything we're fighting is weak to light. And you can supercharge these fields, which will vaporize weaker ing that happen to wander into them. It's great. Light beam is incredibly efficient and great, and it only gets better when you factor in its charge shot. Hopefully I'll get a chance to show it here against something that's actually a threat. Scan this. This is a webbling. Bang. And then bang. The standard shots are straight beams, very fast, very effective, do a great job. But the charge shots, it's like you cast Scorching Ray in D&D. It's really what I can compare it to. And those guys just pop immediately if they're in the field. But like, let's look at this guy for example. I fire a charge shot at him, and it fires like a shotgun blast of light. Very effective, very good at clearing rooms. You don't mess with this. This beam doesn't care about how you feel. It doesn't care about what your preference is. It also applies the same burning effect that the plasma beam used to apply. Scan these guys before I go through. Darkling tentacles. 40% of all logbook scans already. Yeah, no, it's great. This is a fantastic weapon and a great. This is somehow an even better version of the plasma beam. And, to make things better, its beam combo doesn't suck. You know what? Yeah, we're going to go ahead and we're going to go overtime tonight. I want to go ahead and close out Aegon before I head to bed. Or before I close up shop, at least. No, we're doing pretty good. I started late because of obvious reasons.
There you go. You started late, so you're just making up that time.
Yeah. I want to be able to close out Aegon, and we can actually move forward.
If you hadn't had any technical issues starting,
I would have actually been on time. Yeah, make sure you scan that lock on the door of all things, because that is a missable scan. That's an interesting pop-up that just showed up. Sometimes the Ing will decide to try and do to you what they do to everything else, and attempt to possess you. However, your suit is incredibly effective at fighting them off. It may not be able to handle the atmosphere, but it can fight them off, which is something really interesting, because they are trying to do to you what they do to every other creature, and that's something I think is really neat. It could always be just like, wow, if the Ing just tried to possess Samus, the whole game would be over so much faster. They do. They try their best, and it doesn't work. Oh yeah, and the beautiful effect of vaporizing things with the plasma beam, it's still here. It's just attached to the light beam now. You may have also noticed light ammo comes to you much faster, like beam ammo comes to you without you needing to draw it in, because they realize how essential it is, and they don't want to lock it behind like, oh, you just weren't fast enough, so you're not going to get your ammo now. Now, if they try to possess you, they don't just die. And they fail, and they don't just die. They return back to their corporeal forms and will attempt maybe again later. But I think it's interesting that they try. Hey. Come on, buddy. Come on. Come on. Hi there. And we're done. I said thank you. And we're done. There's my third and final key for the Dark Aegon Temple. All Dark Aegon keys found. Yep. Thank you, game. Now I would like some light ammo. This is going to be the predominant like method of combat for Dark Aether. Is you're going to spend the light beam a bunch, then you're going to use the dark beam to reaccumulate ammo for the light beam, and that's just going to kind of be your gameplay loop for a while. It's much better to, like, the dark beam does do damage to the ing, but obviously they aren't weak to it, so it does about the same amount of damage as the power beam, but it shoots slower. And as a result, fights with the ing can go on for quite a while if you aren't properly geared for it. Would like you to stop. I also believe that the shots from the light beam are hit scan. And for those of you who don't know what that term means, it means that the moment you press the fire button, the bullet is already at its destination. It makes leading shots with the light beam much easier. Now, I could be wrong. It might not be hit scan, and it's just very close to it because, well, you know, it shoots at the speed of light. Cool. Ammo pickups don't count for scans or anything. Alright. But now that we have access to this, let's go ahead. There's another room around here that we should go check out. One that way. That also happens to have a portal next to it that we can now energize. And will be how we get out of Dark Aether for the time being. There we are. Boop beep doop boo. Go ahead and supercharge one of these. Did I already scan? Yes, I did. Oh yeah, and the inglets don't stand a chance when you bust out the light beam. You can do damage to them while they are in goop mode. I just typically don't because their hitboxes are weird. It's not like the entire goop isn't their hitbox. It's specifically where their bodies would be, so it's hard to lead the shot and plan and be prepared. This is our first time running into one of these. Say hello to an ammo refill. Missile stations are a thing of the past. Ammo refills are what we have now. They refill not just missiles, but also light and dark ammo. They're handy. Not as handy as they could be, considering that the max capacity on these beams is pretty low, and it is pretty easy to get ammo back. On my first playthrough, I had no... Like, it gave me the pop-ups on how to get ammo, but apparently I forgot. So I spent a lot of the game just trying to find any and all, like, any ammo I could get. I thought I had to use the power beam to get ammo for them, which meant I wasn't getting ammo often. On top of that, there's another type of expansion in this game. Obviously, I don't have one, but it's worth pointing out that there are ammo extensions. Ammo expansions. You can pick up things that give you up to 50 additional ammo. Alright. Alright, old man, you get some rest, okay? Hopefully she lets you sleep. Thanks for popping in. I really do appreciate it. Alley-oop. Hey, go away. Are these emotes off of your channel, or are these ones you've gotten from other people you're subbed to? Well, I mean, they're pretty sick. I'm not gonna lie. And Metroids. Nah, okay, cool. Whoa! You remember me talking about how Metroids in Prime 1 were barely a threat? I regret to inform you that they are pushovers in this game. We thought they were weak in Prime 1. They are weaker now than ever. I didn't like one of those. I just killed with dark beam shots. I didn't even use anything fancy. Missile expansion. Yeah, no. The Metroids in this game are complete pushovers. They aren't even a threat. They're not even at the forefront of the plot here, to be honest. Other things are. So, you know, they exist. That's about the extent of it. They aren't much of a threat here. Just blast them a few times. If you're fighting a whole bunch of them, try and clump them together and hit them with the dark beam. It will goop multiple of them together. Because the dark beam has the same properties as the ice beam. You can freeze targets with it. Yeah. Yeah, seriously. I mean, okay, hold on. I like to jab at Bidoof, but Bidoof is just a better Rattata because at least it can learn more HM moves. A Bidoof with cut early game can mess you up if you're not prepared. But the, you know what? Actually, can I get that now? Or do I have to get that later? Hold on, we're doubling back. Yeah. Yeah. But that's the thing. It's a Swiss Army knife. It's good at a whole bunch of things. Just not for, you know, fighting people. The Rattata is just... I mean, yeah, so can B-Barrel. It's just B-Barrel's less fun to look at. Alright, let's see. I want to get to the upper level. There is an elevator here. So I don't even have to loop around. Hi. Do you mind? Thank you. I mean, let's get something straight about B-Barrel. I like B-Barrel's typing because he's not just normal. He's at least normal water. I mean, normal water is still normal, but at least that's there. Anyway, let's just hijack their turret for a minute. Blow up all their shit. Cause property damage. We can really wreak some havoc with their base now. We got a hold of their guns. We break everything. How that kablam! Oh no, they're shooting at me. I'm taking damage while I'm in the turret. Too bad you guys can get one-shot by your own technology. You can't even one-shot me with your technology. Cool. When you're done with the turret, you just press B, you hop on out. And now with the power of the space jump and that skiff that we totally messed up, we can hop around, make our way on up here. And let's see, here's some computers to scan. This one's got some lore. This is the last Space Pirate log, so we don't even have to scan any more of them after this. 2 hunters. Another hunter wearing the traditional colors of Samus Aran made planetfall today. Horrific as it may sound, this is getting out of hand. Now there are 2 of them! We're bracing for a new assault. This dire turn of events may bear some goodwill. One of our scouts in Dark Aether saw a curious encounter. The Dark Hunter attacked the one clad as the Dark Hunter attacked the one clad as Samus near a Phazon site. Perhaps they are not allies, but foes. Perhaps we can forge an alliance with the Dark Hunter and exchange Phazon for the head of our common enemy. Yeah, yes. Barter for your life. No. No, that's where my phone is, boy. When energy systems are online, I managed to build a modest supply of reserve power, but I doubt it will last. All these trips to the Dark World are taking a huge toll. I wonder how they'll feel about these stupid expeditions when the cooling system shuts off and the power latrines go offline. Imagine your toilet not having power. I mean, it's simple. It's just water, but...
I was about to say, that's just a toilet with the water shut off.
Hmm.
We know exactly what that's like.
Yeah, that's fair.
In a house with freaking 6 people.
Yeah, it gets rough. Alright, Luminoth, data pack, transfer to your logbook. So, just stills. My journey comes to an end. The thrice-cursed Ing prepared an ambush of singular cunning in the mining station. They caught me in it like a neophyte fresh from the training halls. I have sent 5 score of their number to whatever foul pit they call afterlife, but in vain. My life is extinguished. These guys are interesting. We'll talk about them later. In the meantime, behold our first beam ammo expansion. And immediately, we have doubled our ammo capacity. Each one of these things is 50 energy. Or not 50 energy, but 50 ammo. And the cap we can reach is 250. Now then, let's see. There's a portal there. And... oh, we can't reach that one. We have to go back to this portal here, the first one we encountered. So, turn this way. Yeah. Already, a whole bunch more ammo. Yeah, the real challenge when it comes to conserving ammo comes later in the game. Because here, it's mostly just like, oh, just use the... here, it's really easy. It's really easy to balance out your ammo consumption. Because, again, if you grab that as early as you possibly can, that is double the capacity that you were expected to have. And you're already having an incredible amount of firepower added. Like, just... I loved the wave beam because it would home in. The light beam does the exact same thing. And it sets them on fire, so it does burn damage. It's good shit. Going through here. Go up the kinetic orb ladder. These are just 2 cannons fused together with duct tape. Yeah, on the topic of duct tape, y'all should check out a speedrun of this game. Because these worlds are so huge, and there's so much to do in each of these areas. As a result, the game is held together at the seams with duct tape and a lot of prayers. Because every one of these doors we've gone through, to my understanding, every single one of them can be used to clip out of bounds. And once you know where to go, you can skip entire rooms. I will not be doing any of that, A, because I don't know how, and B, I don't want to get stuck. This game's hard enough without me having to add artificial problems. There's a dark door in there I can open now, so we're going to go ahead. We're going to go this way. Are there any other doors around here that I couldn't open? I mean, I could open that now, but there's nothing there. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go ahead and we'll go this way. I have the space jump, I can go this way now. Beep. The nearest save station to that room is that one there, so we're gonna... oh wait, no, I think that's a save station. Oh, well, we'll find out real quick, won't we? Ow. Just gonna stand here and melt my flesh.
Oh, your soup. So much your flesh. Yet.
Ugh. Yeah, no. Oh god is right. I forget how they do it, but watching a speedrun of this game, any door, like, you lodge yourself in the corner, you drop a power, not a power bomb, you just drop a morph ball bomb, and then you uncurl from morph ball mode. I seem to remember that, but I did watch a speedrun of all 3 games back to back, so that might have been Prime 3. I don't know. It is a save station, I was right. That's a problem, when you watch a speedrun of all 3 games, they kind of blend together. But it's pretty wild. So, we're here. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to call it at 11:30. I'll have plenty of time to wrap this up. So I will see you guys then. Well, not then. I will not see you then. I don't know what... why am I trying to... it's late. I'm tired. It's been a busy day. I apologize. No, we're going for a walk. We're going for a stroll. You, me, and everybody else in this room. We're going for a walk. I'm gonna stand here in the supercharged light. Yeah, supercharged beacons don't heal you any faster. But I'm going to heal up before I step through here. Key code acknowledged. Final lock deactivated. You may now access the temple. I will step through. You know what? We'll just do it now. I don't want to wait too long. This is going to go just fine. There's nothing to worry about here. Hydration check. All y'all drink some water. Alright. Sorry about the camera. Alright. I can't. Oop. You walk on in. We've opened up the boss door. What do we got? Hello. I am worm. Oh god, it's a purple worm. And away they go. Away. Most boss fights in this game will have energy fields for you to duck into to hide. Structural analysis complete. Target is a bio-generated power sphere. Sphere provides dark energy to the Amorbus. Xenotech detected in sphere. Sphere is impervious to weapons. Alright, wait for them to hop out. Get a good peek at what they look like. And here we have Amorbus. Gigantic tunneling guardians. Avoid target as it enters and leaves the earth. Look for disturbances in the ground. Target cannot survive for long if its outer shell is cracked. So, Light Beam does what Light Beam does is what Sega can't. Immediately, a charge shot shatters its armor and gives you tons of pickups. They are very generous here because it's very early. Scan it once it's attached for Dark Amorbus. And just like that, we've completed all the scans for the boss, because it will tell you how many scans there are for a boss in that top right corner. Dark Amorbus. Targets gain armor, beam weapon, and regenerative powers infused to Dark Sphere. Weak spot within mouth detective. Concussive force will deliver heavy damage to it. Oh lord. Here we go. Give him a couple missiles. A light beam charge shot will also suffice. Break its horn, then feed him a very nutritious morph ball bomb. It does a bunch of damage. Their armor explodes, and they smash the energy sphere in the middle as they escape. Gather up your tasty yummies, and then keep your eye out for the worms. Now 2 of them are active. They jump. Give them a healthy heaping helping of Cousin Bernie's patented light beam. I don't know. Uncle Aaron. Auntie Aaron. It's Auntie Aaron. Oh, I just killed my... Stop that. Oh, I cannot believe I just did that. Alright. We're going to go over here. There you are. Here, you can have that. Now, once you've broken the armor on both of them, broken the armor on both of them, they will attach the sphere in the middle. Once they have attached, their moves will change because there are now 2 of them. They'll connect together and fire off this beam weapon. It pulses in and out. Just dance around it while you make your way between safe points, safe spots on the ground. Give him a healthy heaping of beam, and then a delicious morph ball.
Blessed.
We have been blessed. Hello. Oh, and that's an orange energy unit. I will definitely take that off your hands. Thank you. Now, I do not believe that the Amorbus can fire the beams when there's only one of them attached. It needs at least 2. Both of them have been defeated. So they're going to smash the orb again and retreat further into the base. Make your way around, gather the pickups. Be frugal with your missiles in this game. They do less damage, so you want to fire them as often as you can. They do less damage than the beams, so the game has no problem giving you a whole bunch of them. That's my thought process there. I have words in my head. Alright, and then that guy goes over there. He can have that. Where's the next one? There he is. Over there. You can have that. Yeah, as a reminder, charge shots with your special beams cost 5 ammunition. They aren't free, but they do make it very much worth it. Alright. They're firing off their beam again. Ow. You can stay locked on. It is perfectly feasible to move around while doing this. While they are doing this. I keep forgetting I already have the space jump boots. Bang. That guy gets all, I need to breathe. Oh no! That's not food! That's a monster! Yeah. Don't be afraid to just curl into a ball even if you're nowhere near it. You do move faster that way. Give him the old light beam charge shot. And finish him off with a very tasty morph ball bomb. He smashes the orb. And with it their life force. You dumb fuck. And all 3 of them wither away. Oof. Hey, look at that. Our first suit upgrade. The dark suit. Ooh. Now I wish I could be more excited about this. But I do think this is one of the unfortunate... it's unfortunate. It's one of the ugliest versions of Samus's suit. But that doesn't make me any less excited for the cool shit that it does. It's not necessarily bad. It's just not that good. They wanted to try something different, and I can't fault them for that. But I think what gets me is the yo-yo shoulders. Dark suit acquired. The damaging effects of dark ether will do less damage to you.
My fluffer butter.
Creature package unlocked for purchase. Alright, so hold on, because we want to look at inventory, armor, dark suit. Yeah, so, you know, I don't hate it. I like the sparse armoring. I like the this was made by the Luminoth. This wasn't made by the Chozo, so of course it's going to look different. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the color, if I'm going to be honest. I'm not a fan of the color, and I don't really care for the yo-yo shoulders. But it is a new suit upgrade. And with it, dark ether now hurts us significantly slower. Whereas before I could barely be in the atmosphere before I was taking like 10s or 20s of damage. Now I can idle, and in the same time that would take an entire energy tank from me, I instead lose like 20 energy. It is much more manageable now. Aegon was supposed to teach you how to be cautious, and then the dark suit is designed so you feel a little bit more bold, less afraid. And here we are at the energy controller. what do we do but plug in our all-purpose arm cannon? Fires missiles, shoots lasers, downloads maps, inhales upgrades, and also channels energy. Get you a gun just like the arm cannon. Pretty reliable. At least I think so. And there we are. Energy transfer complete. Now return the energy to its temple on Aether. So, we will be doing that, and then we will be calling it. I mean, apparently it can be. She types on it all the time. She just has to use her other hand. Samus is the best one-handed typer in the galaxy. But if you're asking if it can type an essay for you, well, the answer is yes. You just point it at somebody else and say, hey, write me an essay. And odds are it'll probably work. Oh, I don't have any ammo for the, I don't have enough ammo for charge shots. That's why it's not charging up. Yeah, see, now I'm not afraid to go and engage in Dark Aether's atmosphere. Give me that ammo. I mean, I don't need to kill you, but now it's a matter of principle. Alley-oop. Up you go, all around. There was a tunnel over there that had a key in it. Yeah. If I had any particular criticism about the way that this game is laid out, it's that Light Aether is very good at just being like, you can traverse this whole thing. You can just navigate this whole thing if you want. It's perfectly fine. The whole world is connected. Dark Aether likes to split parts of itself off from other parts of Dark Aether, making it impossible for you to navigate to those rooms when without having to jump back and forth between Light and Dark Aether. That if I had to level a criticism, that would be one of them. It's that it does involve a lot of back and forth, to the point where, yes, the fast travel system near the end of the game does help tremendously. Oh, sir. Sir, this is my front door. Sir. Yeah, no, like, the fast travel system later does help, but it doesn't completely, like, remove the problem. It is still a problem. There's a portal there, which I can't do anything with, and then there's this thing there. Gotta go down. Yeah, like, Aegon's not a terrible perpetrator of this problem. This is a problem that is brought on later. Significantly. Boink. Yeah, but you see now all these rooms that had, you're going to notice that the Dark Aether's going to have a lot less safe zones later on. There are still plenty of them, but not nearly as many as there were here in Dark Aether. Because you were still rocking the Varia suit here, so you weren't able to really handle a lot of the, oh, Jesus. And behold, now the space pirates, they have followed us into Dark Aether. Joke's on them. They come out pre-equipped as Dark Troopers. The joke's on them, though. Now I can kill them good. Doofus. What am I doing? What am I talking about? What am I even doing anymore? Alright. Grab these, scan this, Open this. Yum, 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 yum. There we go. And we go on through the whooshy whoosh. Hello, war wasps. I would like you to not be. Ever. Do 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 do. And up and around. Yeah. As you have probably already noticed looking around at the map, there are quite a few rooms in Aegon that I haven't gone into. But there aren't that many. Backtracking to Aegon is kept relatively minimal, except for optional upgrades. Get out of here. Get. So you're not going to be seeing a whole lot of Aegon beyond this. There is... Like, I'll eventually have to come back through here, but not for a while. There are a few upgrades I need to get before I'll actually be able to do anything meaningful here. So, everyone make your peace with Desert Region number 3. I mean, to be fair, Prime 1 didn't have a region like this. I mean, the Chozo ruins were the closest, but they were more ruin than they were desert. A desert that was above a tropical, you know, it doesn't matter. Get. Ow. Jerkwats. Oh yeah, just like getting the Varia suit upgrade in Metroid Prime 1, getting the Dark suit also applies like a flat, like 10% damage decrease. Or like damage taken decrease. It's not huge, but it's helpful. Might be 10, might be 15, I'm not sure. But it is your first suit upgrade, so it's relatively low. Open that up. Alley-oop.
Can I help you, Loki?
Hey. Hey there, Yair. Thank you for the follow. Hope you're enjoying yourself. Alright. Make your way back. Pull it on back. You gotta wind the arm up. You can't channel energy efficiently if you don't pull the arm all the way back before thrusting it into the hole. Energy fisting. That's what this is. And then you juice it all up. You reactivate it. And it passes its energy all the way back. And then Umos hanging out back in his base. He's like, doopy doopy doop. Whoa, that's light. Did they already succeed? It's only been like 3 hours. It's crazy. And then the ghost of Isme, I don't remember. Bless you, goofy Luminoth man. Energy transfer complete. This temple's energy has been restored. We are 1/3 of the way through the game already. Is what I would be saying if the other zones were the same size as Aegon. They're not. They are significantly bigger. But I'm gonna make my way to a save station, and we can go ahead and we can call it. And then never got like a conclusive answer. Would you folks rather I ran an extra hour later or start an hour earlier? My schedule can be adjusted for either, but it's mostly like I want to ask. Alright, put that up. Oh no, there are pirates. How could they possibly... Earlier? Alright. So, the caveat with being earlier is that there will be more, like, life noise going on around me. Like, yeah, kids getting ready for bed, other people coming down, dinner being resolved and all that. So, yep. Starting earlier does make more sense. I'll just have to adjust accordingly. But, that'll give me an extra... That's not a save. Where's the save station? Am I going the wrong way? Oh no, it's this way. I'm going the right way. Yeah, so... Okay, then I will go ahead and I'll bump my schedule up an hour. We'll start at 7 from now on. It'll give me an extra 2 hours a week. Because as we saw, just the extra 30 minutes let me cover so much more ground here. Oh yeah, I should also say that this morph ball just looks like a fucking yo-yo. I don't like this one so much. Dark suit's not all bad, but it's like a 6 out of 10. Give it a D. For that's an okay suit, but it's not that great. But regardless, I'll go ahead and I'll start. We'll start doing streams an hour earlier because god damn, I've got so much to do. But that's okay. That's okay. I am having fun. That's what matters. I hope I'm having enough fun that I'm entertaining you guys. I hope you're having fun, and I hope I'm having enough fun moving forward as well, because that's very important. All right, go ahead and juice that up. Move this over here, and with that, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna pause. Yeah. We covered all of that, and there's still some pretty hefty chunks here that we haven't even touched. So there's like, Aegon for the most part is done. I don't think there are any other, like, progression upgrades locked behind this zone. But there is stuff that is nice to have. That much is certain. So, those of you that are new, I will not be 100%ing these games. I tried my best with Metroid Prime, and I still came up like 3 missile expansions short. And I knew that one better than I know this one. I did say I'm more familiar with this one, but that's in terms of like progression and some of the earlier like just fights and hopping around and what's where and whatnot. But I would need a guide, so we're not going to be doing that. But all in all, thank you so much for coming, everybody. I had a blast, and with that, we're already done with the first of the 3 major regions. The next one is Here's the thing. Aegon's the low point. Everything after this is bangers. And that is... I'm not being hyperbolic. I love these next 2 areas tremendously. I can't wait to share them with you guys. But as it is, let's go ahead and we'll switch scenes here. But thank you so much for coming, everybody. And I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Again, I will update the schedule on Twitch so it says that it'll be earlier. I'll update my Facebook page. Buffer Mental has a Facebook page now. And I will be trying to post there and on Twitter. You can follow me at BufferMental on Twitter. It's right there on the screen. I have a YouTube channel. Soon the VODs from Zero Mission should be going up there with some pretty sick edits. And I look forward to being able to provide you all some more entertainment with my dumbass shenanigans. So you know what? That's what it is. Thank you so much, and y'all have a great time. And stay safe.